go. We are live. Let's have a little look. There we are. Excellent. Bear with me, everybody, because this is all new and I've got to get links and copy it and go and post stuff. Uh-oh. There it is. Tim, here's the sign. I have now posted a link on the Live at the Bench page.
Thank you for the sign, Paul.
Thank you. So hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday night's Live at the Bench show. Bear with me, everybody. Because, I'm playing back. It's me. Yes, so we've got a different system tonight. We're on Zoom. After persistent problems, people having problems getting in, we've bit the bullet and paid for an online webinar thing. It's a lot more stable. It's been operating great through the week. We've been live a couple of times on YouTube and Facebook, and it's worked really well. The problem is we've all got to get used to it, and it's quite a bit different. So I'm just going to go over to YouTube. Right, so they can't see you down the sidebar like I can see you. Okay, so let me take the spotlight off me. And that's now about you, for some reason. About you. Right, so if we do that, let me see what happens now. So yeah, everyone's keeping well. Everyone's staying safe. We've got our usual show tonight. Tim, have you got your section?
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah, okay. So we have, let's do that. We've got Dan looking at what you're working on the Facebook page and forum. We've got Tim looking at all the latest kit releases. We've got questions for the crew from Al. We've also got what we've been buying as well from Tim, which is going to be quite busy this week. Yeah, I'm gonna expect that your section's quite busy, Dan, as well. We've missed last week.
Yeah, it's a bit full, if I'm honest.
Okay, good.
Cut the week from the chaff, Dan.
Yes. And we've got a couple of giveaways as well. So we've got a £20 UP gift voucher to give away randomly through the night. So we're going to go back to our normal random number generator, pick a number from 1 to 1,000, rather than integrating it into the votes, because it didn't really generate any more votes. It was a bit more confusing for us to do.
Yes.
So we're going to go back to the old way of doing it. So stand by for that some point tonight. It'll be as and when I feel like doing it. So if you're here, you're here. If you're not, well, you're not. There's that. And the most voted for build on Dan's section will win a £10 UMP voucher as well. So that's it. So tonight we got Tim, we got me, we got Al, we got Dan, we got Norm, we got Luke. I forgot Luke's name then. Hello. And we got Sam. Sam still has the mange.
Only on one side. He's only got it on one side now.
Dan, look out your door.
What?
Look out the door the other way. Your doorway. No, that's the window.
I can't feel it because there's no feeling in my hand, so I don't know where it is.
Basically, Sam, right?
In the middle.
You've missed here.
Where?
Well, exactly where my hand covered.
Here. Don't turn around, whatever you do.
I'll send you my to shave my head. See you in the morning.
Yeah, you've missed like most of your head. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Anyway, yes, has it been a good week?
Yeah,
not bad. Very tiring.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's going to be my next bench update.
I know it's been a week without any mojo to do any modelling at all. I know that.
No. Is that work sapping it or just feeling?
I think being back at work has made a lot more difference than I probably realised it was ever going to.
Oh yeah.
You just getting home and like, oh, I can't be bothered to use my brain. I just want to sit still.
Well, I'll be honest, Tim.
Wait.
Quite often in here, do you use it?
I used it a lot, thank you very much. I've been rebuilding the back of that Range Rover this week.
Oh yeah. Cool. So yeah, like I say, we've had problems with this thing, numerous platforms for months. And I think we thought we found it with Jitsi 8x8, but Dan still had issues. And then it got to the point where Sam couldn't even get in. Some other people couldn't get in. Even Luke was having issues and what have you. So it was like, right, okay, we're gonna have to find something. And a few people recommended Zoom, and we looked into it. So yeah, we're paying for it now. Myself and Leah getting it for UMP, so it's not a big deal, and it's very, very stable. The pictures are better.
Yeah.
Right now, Dan looks like a serial killer. Anyway,
Yeah,
the pictures.
Hang on. How do you know I'm not?
Well, maybe.
But so
Yeah,
I slept with him. That's wrong to say that, isn't it?
Timothy, don't let that out to the general
Sorry.
crowd.
he was such a nice guy.
He was so cuddly.
Yeah, we got so better picture all round. I think it is a lot clearer, especially for us. Don't know what YouTube's like. I'm going to have a look actually. Oh yeah, it's way clearer on YouTube.
Oh, that's a load better.
Yeah, way clearer. And the audio's better, and just in general, the connection seems a lot more stable. So this should be our permanent home now, and for the foreseeable future, we should be good to go. It's one of them. We can go live on Facebook like this as well. Sadly, we can't do both together, which is a bit of a shame. But this is the problem of having a platform that supports more than 6 of us, which is what we need, essentially. So obviously, we'll have John Sharp might be with us at some point again. And I think we need to look into maybe adding others. Now that we can, I think we could add others to the regular schedule.
Yeah.
I think if we fill those other 2 spaces there at the bottom in the grid, I think that would be a nice. So we'll have a little bit of chat about that later, I think. And we'll have a look, see what we can do. But yeah, so hopefully it'll work for the future, and we'll be all good now.
2 spaces. Oh yeah, Sharp is not there.
Yes, so we've got 60 people watching now. Hello everyone. Make sure you leave a thumbs up in the comments down below. Make sure you sub to the channel as well and click that bell notification to get notified of all the latest videos. Go to Luke's channel as well, Black Rifle Model Works, and go subscribe to Luke as well. And also check out ISM Facebook page and forum. They're all free to sign up for. You can come on over, share your work, have a bit of a laughing joke on there. Check out the Live the Bench page for all the info on this Off Air Hangout group to come join this off air, which you can do by all means. Oh, Tim's got wood. I knew why you were doing that then. And of course, I'm gonna pimp this even more now because we're paying for it. Check out umpretail.com as well. We've got loads of stuff in stock at the minute, and our airbrushes and some primers should be back in stock. It's supposed to be today. I think it'll be Monday now. So stay tuned for that. As soon as it's in, I'll post up on our sound because I know a lot of people are waiting for the airbrushes. So I will let everybody know what's going on. That's it. Do you reckon that now Sam's in a sheep dip?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just having a big injection at tablet down. No.
You're down there, Betsy. So yeah, that's it. So hopefully this will work and we don't have any issues. I haven't seen a single issue in here.
No, we haven't had one at all every week.
We've been using it since Monday.
Late last night, Luke a couple of times went a little bit garbled. Not garbled, but the audio skipped just the slightest.
That's the corona, mate.
Oh, sorry.
That's down to Luke's perineum.
It's the perineum.
Perineum.
It's his perineum. Thinking.
Sat down a bit funny.
Oh. So yeah, there we are. So should we read some chat, Tim? I'll read a little bit with you because I haven't read it for ages. Daryl Masters there saying evening, gents. Brian Moran says evening. Greetings. Hope this work. Oh, it will. Mike Tan says hello, peeps. Daryl says someone went pop. It did. Now, unlike the other one, I can't fire this up before we go live, so it's literally we're live, and I've got to sort everything out, all the links. So you have to bear with us when we go. Gary Cutty's there saying evening, guys. Brian Wimble says evening, no. Matthew Battles, hey Matt, we were talking about you the other day. Yeah, hope you're all right, mate. We haven't seen you for ages. John Stone says greeting Slayer to the plastic. Oh, he's back. Cheap dip. Greeting Slayer to the plastic. Hope you're all well. We move on, indeed. Jeff Light says good evening, guys. David Ball says evening, everyone. Stuart, just a Stuart. Says evening all, hope all as well, not bad. Grandstair from 5760 scale models. Ian, everyone, hope you're all well. I'll tell you, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read properly. Probably help.
Yeah, mine's in the car. I'm stuffed.
What?
My glasses are in the car, so I'm stuffed if it's
Dixie Jane says yes. Gotcha. Sean White says evening, folks. Some guy called Black Rifle Mother Works says evening, one and all. Some weirdo called Norman says, good evening, fellow sprue fiddlers. Steve's there. I'm just going to do something quickly and make Luke a moderator on the channel because I must have done it in the past. Don't delete people by accident. That's Tim's favourite trick.
Yeah.
When he's not even here.
Who's deleting? Who's that? Who can we get rid of tonight? That's rather annoying.
Yeah, you weren't even in here. You deleted somebody out the chat. I was like, what the hell? Steve says, good evening all. Kev Jeff says, happy Friday, everyone. Dixie says, trust you're all doing well. Not bad, mate. Hit the like button, indeed. Tony Davis says, hi all, good evening. Mark Coombs says, good evening, everyone. And over to you, Tim.
Hey, Mika, good evening all. Mr. Alzer, evening, folks. Harry Marmick. Good evening, everyone. Tam McMillan, evening all.
Oh, Tam.
Dwight or the Northern Star Railroads. That needs a bit of a proper introduction voice. Good to see you back. Missed your show. John Poy, Pompole, hi all. Matthew Birtles, hi all. Oh, he's already said hello.
Yeah,
a double. It's a double hello.
In the limelight.
Isn't it? It's not about you, Matthew. Jeez. There's some of the more famous people here. Tony Davey, thank goodness for the generator. Yeah. And Norm is the generator man. Actually, no, is it Norm the generator? No, Norm's the time man. Yeah.
Technically, I'm the generator man.
You are the generator. Claire's there saying hello. Brian said, get a hat, Sam. Well, he's got the mask on, but we keep saying it, take it off.
I've got my balaclava. I don't need to cut with her.
Well, you only cut that off before.
Yeah, Harry was saying you've missed a bit.
A bit?
Yeah, a bit, yeah. Matthew said it looks like a molting dog.
He did have the mange for a long time for your son's wedding, didn't you, Sam? You weren't allowed to cut your hair. It literally looked like Sam needed
weeks and weeks.
Yeah, a sheep dip. It looked like he had the mange.
And then he said to me 2 days before he got married, you know, you should shave your head. I was going to slap him.
Darryl saying missed about a fiver's worth. Patrick McGeever, evening all. Pat's place is there with his thumb up. Stop taking the mick out of Sam. It's not nice, Pat. RTWP Sum2. Yeah, I'm not going to try and say that in one word. Evening all. Jiff Jackson noticed my wood. Thank you. Oh,
They've got a very strong telescope out then, Tim, to notice your wood, mate. Sorry.
I had it out on the desk. Do you not pay attention?
Oh, I wonder what you were talking about. We said wood.
Gary's there. Gary's there, evening crew in the chat. John Howe, good evening, everyone. It's great to be back. Yari T, evening. Gary Coty, question, please. Oh, well. Question, please, for
Tim, break the words down into smaller bits, mate, and then you'll be able to carry
out. Gary's beginning of that sentence keeps throwing me off. It's a question for Al and Luke. Okay. It's a question Al for Luke. I don't
think it's for Al.
No. It's just words. Al, do you want to write that down for Luke later on, or do you want?
I can do, yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave you to do that later on. Dal saying, quite man. Always say hello and cleared my path. Said Dan's 76-year-old neighbour.
Buried under the patio.
Tony Naked Modelers there, evening all.
Hello.
Evening, Tone.
Tony saying guest nights.
No, we're not going to guess. We'll definitely have them pre-done.
Yeah, we'll know who they are.
I'm not going to guess them.
No. You're like me blind date, just backwards. Ace's High Hobbies. Good evening, all made it for once. Even Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Steve Partridge. Good evening, all. Great to see you all. Hope you're all well. Jiff says it's not going to get bigger. You don't know that, Jiff?
I think that's referring to you stroking your wood.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Terrible
Yeah,
Insta.
I could put it in a bigger box and then it would be bigger.
What the box?
I have a box downstairs for you, Tim.
Quick,
if you want to put it in.
quick, move along, quick.
Max's model railway. Hello, checking in won't be staying for long. We'll nice to just have you along for a little while, even if you're here, Max.
Yep.
Joey's there with his thumb up as well. Max says, changed my name slightly. I've been here before. Oh, okay. Well, no. Thanks for coming back, Max.
What was your name before, Max?
Max.
Probably Max's model railway number 46200.
Yeah, probably. It's the small details that made a difference. Darren Masters, typical. Spent my model budget for the month already.
Oh, no.
That's bad.
Oh, well.
Daryl, if you ever put a second order with us, bud, and you've got one in, let us know, because we'll get it all together for you. We didn't realise you had two. Took one out and found another one the next day. I was like, oh, no. Could have refunded you some postage.
Digsby's saying, from his point of view, I'm not sure where he is with his point, the picture is clearer and so is the sound.
I think he's in Canada.
No, he's New Zealand, I think. Oh, hang on.
I'm sure it's Canada.
I think it is Canada, yeah. It is.
Crayons there saying hi all.
Oh, okay. You're
Ride the wind. Hello all. Good to see you all nice and clear. Can you tell Luke I've stared the husky? Oh.
That's how you dominate the dog, and it's what you do with your cat.
Wow. Yeah. I'll be honest though, I wouldn't want to stare at a husky because that'd probably end up biting you. Great kick with lots of detail.
It might have a big muzzle on
Those
it.
Makitas, wouldn't it?
Very scary.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's a lovely kit. Yeah, it is a lovely kit. Not the easiest to build, but it's a lovely kit.
Bonsai Warrior, evening all. Managed to catch you this week.
Oh.
Nevbo, model making evening all. Ian's there, evening folks. Max is Anger May, pop in afterwards if you chaps are still live.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
going to take that comment out the chat. Last
Good
one.
idea.
The Russian looking name.
Hi guys, hope you're all well. Ban them, Luke, just ban them. Straight ban. Just be strong. Jim's there saying hello, chaps. Matt D, what's up from sunny Space Coast, Florida? Brian Windmill says, yes, Tim. Yes, Brian. Gary G, hello, everyone. Alan Parker, evening, guys, and Paul.
Yeah.
Luke Ward, hey, guys. Hope you are having a great week.
Good, strong name, that.
Ward.
What
Yeah.
ward?
Yeah. Probably good name, Ward. Many beds in one. Captain Bigelow, evening, gents, and evening, sister to the nun in the box on the right.
Al.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm guessing you're going with the nun.
Al.
Yeah, I can't tell on my screen. Matthew's there saying again, hiya. Stop. He keeps taking the limelight, Matthew. Stuart Scamolers, evening, all back from work today. Very surreal. I can't remember what you do, Stuart.
Oh,
Gosh,
God. I nearly put my foot
He's a
right
serial
in.
killer.
serial killer. Glad you're back to work, then, Stuart.
It's good with patios.
Rob B, good evening, all. Glad to see you all back. David Gilmore, howdy, y'all. Not bad accent.
Big fan of your music.
Man's gone.
Slow burner again. I don't know everyone's going to
No, I'm going to say, yeah, that was quite quick for me, really. Oh, dear.
Jules Grant, good evening, guys. Enjoy. Brian's asking, Paul, will you be going to Telford this year if it's on?
We were discussing this yesterday.
Weren't we?
Don't know. Play by ear.
Yeah, this is very much, we're going to, it's not until, I would say it's not until a month before it are we really going to know if it's on. Really.
Can't see it personally.
I don't think it'll get to a month before it gets cancelled.
Well, exactly. I think if it's within a month and they're still saying it's on, I'd imagine it's then going to be on. I can't imagine them getting any closer to that date and then cancelling it. So yeah, we just got to see what happens.
I'm just quickly, did that arsehole get blocked and banned out of the chat as well? Yes, now.
Yes.
Yes, now.
Cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at my mouse died. I couldn't get down there. Idiot.
Again.
Reach further. Simon Reed, good evening, gents. Bap's there saying evening, guys. Oh, Bap, I forgot the leather again that's sitting in my toolbox. Sorry.
Oh, what a tool.
I
What
got
a
it.
mate.
It's sitting
What
in
a
my
mate.
toolbox. Mark Coombs, poor Tim. It's been a long week. It has, Mark. It has. Keith R. Evening all. Finally remembered today's Friday.
Yay!
How can you not remember today's a Friday? Friday's a good day. Guys, I think you're starting to get too many viewers to try and read every single chat comment.
No.
No, we've had more than this before.
Challenge accepted.
We've had more viewers than this before to read.
Drew on, hi everyone. Yeah, Crown saying the video looks beautiful. Digsby's here, Toronto.
He must be talking about me, Tim.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be it, Dan.
It's Sam's moon rising. It's the sorry. Nothing, Sam. Sorry. Yeah, Digsby's saying it's Toronto, so he's in Canada. Gaz Vickers, good morrow all. Clarky there, good evening all. Stuart says, I work in retail too. We are setting up for reopening the store. It work for Monday. Cool. I wonder what he sells. Shovels.
Clothing, if I remember right. I think it's clothing.
Clothing. Oh, overalls.
Whose?
Pardon?
That shut Tim down, didn't it?
Willie Mac, hi lads. Good to see you all this evening.
Hey,
Keep
Willie.
every day's the same, Tim. Oh, that's a shame.
It has been for me for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much caught up to this, so we can start doing our first section.
Yeah, the problem I've got is my mouse has died.
Uh-oh.
It's just having a quick recharge. It won't be long.
We'll just... Tim, sing, quick.
Smile,
Not doing that. I don't want to get fined or kicked off.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's throw a spanner in the works. Let's do the giveaway now. We've only 82 people watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the special people. They deserve
One of
it.
you lot will have to do the number generator because I can't use my mouse.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
No problem.
Right, so we've got a £20 UP gift voucher to give away. We're going to do it early in the show. I said we'll do it as and when through the night, so you're going to have to make sure you get here early in the future. So, yeah, right. I don't know if that's showing on YouTube, what Norman's sharing, or it's just for us.
Why have I just tried clicking on Norman's screen, to make it smaller? What a dick.
Yeah. Right,
Oh.
so we're going to... You're looking in the chat for Tim, saying start numbers now.
Yes, can do.
Once you see it, you pick one number from 1 to 1,000, pop it in there, and once the timer's run out, the 5-minute timer, Tim will do a live random number generator and pick the winner completely at random, and you will win a UMP £20 gift voucher. Simple as that.
He's simple as that.
As simple as that. So one number only. You have 5 minutes. Between 1 to 1,000, and that's it. Really simple. Tim and Norman, when you're ready, boys.
Ready. Go for it.
Begin in 3, 2, 1. Start numbers now.
Cup of tea, boys.
Stuart, put your number back in, boy.
Stuart jumped the gun.
Yeah.
You silly Billy.
Too fast for your own good there, Stuart.
Jason Martin's in the chat. Oh, there's loads of numbers being held. We'll have to get them in.
Okay, cool.
Hello, Jason. Hello, Simon. Mark Coombs, your number's in. Keith, your number's in, mate. Clarky, yours is Digger. I hate the way it does this. You're in, Clarky. For some reason, it's withholding some of the numbers. Oh, Yuval's there as well. Wow.
Hey, yeah.
Tony Davis says, can only see the clock. What else are you looking for, Tony?
Countdown clock.
We're not showing anything else, mate.
Well, Tim might be, but you can't see because he's sat at his
Well,
desk.
well, he's eating.
Oh, that's a
I was
finable
gonna say,
offence.
wasn't that
Go.
finable?
I'm sure that's definitely a finable.
I'm sure it is.
No,
That-
you
it
said
is.
not on the screen, and if only everyone can see the number generator, but see.
No, Tim, your theory's flawed because when you speak, you pop up in the top right corner of the video.
Yes, you do.
You go look on YouTube right now. You'll see yourself in the corner talking.
I can see Timothy.
Did they see me actually eating while I was talking?
Yes.
I'm going to make an executive judge's decision and say yes.
Oh, what? That's not fair. Dan,
We'll-
you're
we'll-
meanie.
We'll let you off this time. We'll let you
Dan,
off.
it's Dan's fault anyway.
Dan threw you, didn't he?
He
Johnny's
saw,
fault.
he saw the
I
money.
was going to say, I'm
coming.
surprised Dan didn't blame Tony.
Well, I would have done it if you were here.
So
Tony
don't
might
forget
be-
one number only, peeps, and don't change your number. Somebody else picks your number, it's hard luck. If you're the first one with that number, you're fine. Lots of names in there I've never seen before or haven't seen speaking tonight. So you can put a number in, you can say hello, and you can definitely vote later.
Yeah, you got Astro Cat there.
Yeah.
Evening.
There you go. Kev says he saw you eating Timmy's grass.
But he's I'm not paying attention to him.
Kieran's dropped in it as well.
Yeah,
Tim didn't know where to go with that one, did he?
yeah.
I'm sure I heard Luke vaping as well. Hang on, where's Luke gone?
Oh yeah, where is Luke?
He's first turned his camera off, isn't he?
Don't know.
Yeah, because it says participants down the bottom. It says Luke, no video, no mic. Your people without video drop off the picture screen now.
Got you. Apparently, Harry says Tim's been nobbled. Oh, eaten again. Sorry.
Hobnobs.
Going nicely, you know.
Right, all right, you lot. Jeez. There's me thinking there's a smart, quick maneuver ways of getting away from it, and now I'm getting caught. Oh, it's
I agree.
like there's no social distancing going outside the off license tonight.
Hey.
No idea. It was just all noise.
People gathering outside the local off license.
I'd say that countdown clock's a bit slow.
It is, mate.
I was looking for that Riley bird to come on there, you know, but
Yeah,
Did it.
everybody else hearing the tune, yeah.
Everyone's on it either. Tim to cough up the cash, apparently.
Oh.
Tim.
Kev's
Can I
even
get
asking. Kev's dropping Tony in it now. Did you pay up for that F-bomb that time, Tony?
1 minute,
Yeah.
folks. We got 1 minute.
Yes, Tony did. I think
Must be plenty of buses about, you know.
buses.
Everyone's getting thrown under them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Astro Capo. Oh, hello, everyone. You got 35 seconds now. I believe there's a 20-second delay on this. Yes, 21 seconds. 21 seconds to go.
21 seconds to go. Wait, what? Sorry.
Looking
Please,
between
turn
my
around.
screen.
Throw me under a bus there, saying you'd heard me vaping. I wasn't even here.
Hello. I said it, and then looked down the list. I was like, oh, he's gone. You ready?
And the countdown begins in 3, 2, 1.
You're a bit late there, Norm.
Yeah, you were a bit slow there, no?
3 to 1.
Maybe one.
There we go. Right.
Oh, now is Gary in or out?
Ooh, Gary's out. And
Gary
out line.
is out, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry, Gary.
Sorry, Gary, you're out by like a split second. All that you should have left the hobnobs alone.
Mm.
Chocolate hobnobs.
Right, you do the thing, and I'll spotlight you, Tim. There you go.
Cool. Okay, now I need
Tim's
to.
going to do the number generator. He's going to go to Google like I use.
Yeah, I know. I know.
How he does it.
There we go. So you see that one yet?
No.
We can indeed.
Wow.
What?
Yes, we can see it, Tim.
I'm just
Damn
going to add
well.
some zeros onto there.
Have a
Okay,
look.
so we're going. This number was already there. We're going to do.
Oh, I always forgot this bit's always fun for Tim. Go on, Tim. Give it my spiel.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. So I'm going to press the button once and once only. The number 4 was already there. We're going from 1 to 1,000. I'm going to hit generate, and we're going to end up with a number 215.
So don't forget the most important information. If 2 people put the same number in, the first person to pick it wins. And we think there was one, please don't shout out in the chat, because that's the spiel I was telling Tim to say.
I don't remember that bit.
Well, it's fun, you see, because you normally screw it up, and that's the fun bit. I have trouble enough.
I'll be honest, I couldn't remember. I didn't even remember that was the spiel to screw up. So
Never mind. Swap shared screen with video. Oh, we can swap in and out of the shared screen. Look at that.
oh,
Oh, that's
I'm gonna stop
fancy,
sharing
isn't it?
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Ruined it, Tim. You big meaner.
You big meanie.
Oh, is this dude? Oh no, it's all right. No, Grumpy, sorry. Definitely 21 seconds, mate. I was watching the screen. I could see the numbers on both screens. 21 seconds.
To go.
And Zoom say 20.
Hmm.
Doesn't make any difference at all.
It is.
You'll be fine. The only time you'd sit is doing numbers like that, and it won't make a blind bit of difference because you're looking for Tim in the chat.
Yep. So where's
So James says evening one, all of everyone is well.
Okay.
Tony says he missed the bus. Dara M says this is interesting. Yeah, I suppose so. Gary had to restart his PC. Oh, John Shadowlands is even more behind, 43.
well done, Brian.
Yeah.
Sharon.
John.
Done. Frank, well done, Frank and Dave. And John. God, don't.
You've been reincarnated into somebody's nan.
Oh my word.
John Shadowlands is out. Unlucky, whatever he called him.
Anyway,
Hardware didn't work, haven't it?
Yeah, John, you're a little bit out there, mate. Sorry. David Wright saying hi. I just made it in time. Asper's saying lost his mojo lately, mainly because he had to do a load of filing. I think it's filing. And Mr. Dart's in the chat as well, Jamie.
oh,
Hey.
Jamie.
so we've got a winner
Oh,
for the UMP vouchers. So
vouchers.
from all of the numbers that we had tonight, the number that we drew was 215. The closest number to the 215 was Brian Windmill with 222.
Well done, Brian. There
Well
you
done,
go.
Brian.
Well done, Brian.
Yeah, well done, Brian. Brian, there's an email address in the video, ismprizeclaim@gmail.com. If you email me with the email you use for your UMP account, I will get that sorted for you ASAP.
You
Well
might,
done,
you might
mate.
not need it that Paul. We might have already bought one.
Mm.
What, an email?
No, the voucher. Who knows? We'll find out.
Tim, have you been sniffing something?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Because the last at least 35 seconds meant nothing in my brains.
Well, that's because you weren't there when we were giving away the airbrush.
Ah.
Yes. But even that doesn't make any sense.
don't remember when we.
I
were giving
remember
away
it.
the
I remember it
airbrush?
all. Yeah, I remember it all.
And then Brian won it and goes, I don't need it. I've just bought one. Cool. Cheers, Brian.
There you
Right.
go.
Still not funny. He still took it though, but to be fair to him, he gave it back from Monster Heroes.
Yes, he did.
He did. Very, very generous of him. Very generous. Well done, Brian. Congrats. Kieran says it's Tim having a stroke. I don't know. I can't see below his bench.
I've got my hands up here.
Oh, they're up there. No, I don't think he is.
Oh, they're up here. Honestly, and Emily's there, so don't be so disgusting.
Oh,
Kevin capital.
That was
bad.
Kevin capital letters was put. Did Brian stick around long enough to find out he's the winner? He's gone to watch another video probably.
oh, Jiminy Cricket.
Matt 58 in the chat as well. He put yes, I did. Well done, Brian. Congrats.
Brian.
Yeah,
email me your email address, literally, and I'll sort that out for you as soon as possible. There we go. Right. What should we do first? Do you want to do what we've been buying, Tim?
Finding out Emily's famous now. So will you talk to me then?
Yes. Do you want to do what we've been buying, or
I can do what we've been buying. I can do that.
now we can share on our Safari,
Yeah,
Yes, we can.
and we can and Tim can share keynotes. You're in for a treat tonight.
Oh,
Full-
keynotes is
Full
back.
screen, crystal, not crystal,
Crystal.
crystal
There we go.
clear keynotes. Back to the old days when it worked properly.
Yay. No more having a anyway. Right, I am there. I'm going to close this. There's a lot more to do, but it's a lot nicer.
It's a bit more, yeah. It's not as user friendly as it, but there's a lot more to do on here.
I'm going to say it's way clearer though.
Yeah.
So am I full screen at the moment, so you can see everything that's
Not quite. No, you need to zoom in a bit.
you know, but it's showing.
It is, but we've got a massive border at the side. There you
That's
go.
fine. When I click on the
That's it.
images, that goes away, so we are all
That's it.
good there.
Yeah.
So okay, we're going to start off with me and my wood.
Just quickly, Brian is very kindly donated to Health for Heroes. Well done, mate. You mean
Oh,
Brian.
I take you mean models for heroes,
I was
Brian.
gonna say, either or, guys, either or.
Yeah, just confirm that, mate. And I should sort that out for Malcolm.
Nice.
Sorry, back to Tim's wood.
Hey, I've got the life color wood set, and I'm going to try and get the white wood, I think they called it, on the white
Oh, yeah.
wood on the other one. Also got a Panther Horse G mid-production, full interior from Tacon.
You know what would have been better? Yag Panther.
Well, I was going to say, now, if anybody out there has got a full interior Jag Panther and would like to swap for the mid-production with the steel wheels, let me know. I wouldn't mind swapping. I wouldn't mind the Jag Panther instead with the full interior. So just in case. Let's have a look down. Stevie Spencer Beanie got himself some LEDs and some batteries and lots of little resistors, so you can make some stuff flash.
Oh, I think that's for his Klingon.
Yeah.
Move on. Quick.
No one wants to
I
flash
think
anymore.
he's dipping his toe into electronics.
Oh no! You don't want to lose it.
I had that.
Daryl Masters picks up the US self-propelled M40. This is really cool.
Very cool, that, yeah.
Isn't it? That's a proper.
Is that still made?
I don't know.
Must have been re-releases sometime to have photo etch.
No. This is brand spanking new,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
and it comes with the figures and the photo etch. That's how it comes. It's not a rebox. It was to me is a complete own kit. It must still be out there to be buy.
Cool.
It is so cool. Very cool. Because they also got. Oh no, I need to get rid of these boxes. Okay, so he also picked up the diesel upset for it, where you get the metal barrel and you get the rounds.
I wonder if he bought 2 barrels.
He wouldn't be silly enough to do that.
I have no clue, Timothy.
No. Daryl's also got himself some of the Vallejo metal colours acrylics. He got himself some sandies, a sticky, and then a knocky over.
Well described.
Hang on, can I just go back and describe my products properly? He's got some UMP sanders and Tamiya glue holders from Ultimate.
Yeah, some sandies, a
Yes.
sticky, and
Yes.
a not knocky things over.
Yes, okay. I'll tell Lee to change the description on the website.
He also got some shiny stuff. This is the compounds set, and wax and the polish and the detail lube.
Lube?
Yeah, not the right word. We've already seen Daryl's barrel.
Yeah, Urban Lube.
Or is that a second one?
No, it's definitely the first one. One and only. Detail decal tweezers. They're really quite like this decal tweezers.
They are good tweezers, but they're very delicate on the end. Don't touch now.
I'll take it there's some Albion sheets there as well.
Do you remember I lost my decal tweezers a few weeks back?
Yeah, where did you find them?
In my bag with all my watch stuff.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
what you put in it.
Yeah.
were you tinkering with a watch with them?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't sound good.
I think you caught
That's right,
something in your
that's-
bear trap.
That is called an Emily making some scene, or it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's not for Emily. It's not for that. He got himself a Subaru. He got himself the Castrol Toyota Tom's Supra. That's a cool looking car. He got himself a Husky. Is that Husky?
No, it's
MRAP.
MRAP. M1.
MRAP. Sorry, MRAP.
That's nice.
It's cool. I think I want one of them.
He also got that they're showing his rack of his little UMP tape holder.
What's in the blue box, I wonder?
Bernier.
If you notice,
Do you know what?
Look,
No, that
hang on
was
a
the
second,
first
hang
thing
on.
that come to my brain.
Oh, there we go. If you notice the saggy cardboard shelf behind the MRAP, I also got some MDF for a proper shelf. Oh, cool.
Cool.
Could, this line over here could have been done with it being a bit straighter.
I think it's an ornate shelf bracket, Tim.
Oh, is it?
Bob the Builder.
I don't think it is. I think it just looks a bit.
No, it definitely is. It's one of those ones that you put the bracket on the wall and then knock that over the top.
It's called the gallows bracket, I do believe.
Oh, that was called. I thought
Big hanging around.
I thought I was going to call it shoddy bracket myself, but Alan got himself the
Somebody could do
Shackleton.
some DIY, Tim.
Hey, I've got a spirit level. Didn't know surprise me with a kit.
Well, we don't want to burst your bubble.
That's going to be Alan's first plane as well.
Nice.
It's maybe a pretty good kit, not small, but a good kit. Looks nice.
Daryl in the chat says somebody just stood on a pussy.
On what?
I'm going nowhere near that particular car crash.
Dan got himself some Bigfoot and some ram munition. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? But it's Lindenberg's. That's going to be interesting.
Oh,
I don't think they're very good, those kits. Haven't you built one of them, Sam?
Yeah.
He bought. Yeah, you did.
Yep.
You done the AMT, didn't you?
No, I did the Lindenberg. I did a Lindbergh one.
Did
Wasn't
you?
the greatest of fit. A lot of work. It did go.
I'm sure Dan can come up with something with it though.
I bet those decals aren't the best on the side of that thing either.
his
Didn't
model
get that far.
It'll probably be the same sort of decals as you get in those NASCARs. That bad.
Thick. Yeah.
They're all right. Then people to drive them. Nothing. Sean White has got himself the rifle models Charlie 2 and the detail set as well. He got himself the Iron Maiden Spitfire.
Well, that's
I
cool.
wish I could keep clicking on the pictures and go through them like that. Not knowing they do. I got the Sam 6, the Korea Type 88, and the British.
That's that one I was
Type
looking at.
2. Yeah.
What's the Sam 6 one like?
Old.
So what? Sorry. Just go back. So this one over here,
Yeah.
it builds up perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with how it builds. It's just it's old and it's lacking a bit on the detail for the rocket area.
Ah,
Bit like you, Sam.
bit like me.
I built one of those.
A bit soft, a bit.
Hey, don't be going.
It's a bit hairy and patchy around the back.
Yeah, I've got to put I built one in the box up here, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, you can get new missiles for it. You can get a correct lower hull because the lower hull isn't correct, but you don't need to. Out of the box, it's perfectly fine. It could do with a new set of tracks because the rubber ones aren't great. But other than that, it's not too bad a kit. Everyone's chatting for you. You guys see what you want to
I
say?
can't see you now, makers of screen share.
So he also got a couple of Evos. He got an Evo 5 and an Evo 6. Very nice. Also got himself some Hero Boy paint and some mask sets. He got himself the Broncos SDKFZ 6-2. And 2 seconds. Let me just close the door because they are loud and long.
Don't tell me I do a very good kit of that one.
Not sure, mate.
Not sure.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, what was?
Just tell me I do a very good kit of that one.
I'm going to say there's a slightly different version of it. The Tamiya is slightly older in it now.
Why does it say caution in the bottom corner though?
Because it's a lot of small parts.
I want to say in the small print, does it actually say that it's a really poor fit and you might lose your mind?
The Bronco's really good fit. It's just a crazy amount of small parts. It's a bit like they're on a bit of like an AFV club.
AFV club and Rich, very similar kind of models.
Yeah, they're all that sort of type of.
They've probably got something to do with each other, to be fair.
They probably have. Their stuff's really quite good. There's a few errors on some of their little bits here and there because they just haven't. It's a wrong version for this bit and blah blah blah. But nothing too major. Nothing too major. But I think the Tamiya one has a different flak gun, doesn't it? It has the quad flak Verling.
Yes,
doesn't it? I think it's that variant where this has got the larger 3.7. Yeah. Got some cars as well. 360 Spider. I like the 360. Nice. EB110. Still haven't seen one of those in real life. Shame.
They're rare as hell, those things, aren't they?
A Mythos.
One ugly car.
That is it's an ugly car. I
Looks
wonder how many of those they actually
doorstop.
Isn't it? It's not. I mean, trying to judge that, trying to put it for a parking space or reverse it around something, that would be absolutely horrible. And that's what you like in 348. I know.
I love the 348s are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice with those wheels. That
Does
looks
it?
Yeah. Nice car. Dan Evans been getting himself UMP order. Got rocket blaster, some Aizu, the tape holder, a sticky, some Aribos, some tweezers, and some detail up parts. Some Ferrari decals that would be more at home on a 1/1 scale than a 1/24 bin material. Yeah, they don't look small.
They're a tad big.
Yeah.
I think you shared a post on Facebook a few days ago, and the comparison to the kit decals are chalk and cheese.
Yeah, so
how much they were?
£4.50. So that says 1/18 at the top. That says 1/24 at the bottom. But that is not small. Jeez, that's like a bonnet emblem, not a. Anyway, yeah. Got himself some gravity paint, Tricoat Ferrari Rosso Fuco.
Easy, Timothy. That accent, it could cost you a tenner.
That was a bit dodgy, that one. And he also got himself some drill bits and some pipettes.
I got the very same pipettes, weirdly.
Steve Partridge got himself, look at all that UMP stuff. Ford Fiesta WRC, the Ford Escort Mark 1, a Tiger 1 from Ryfield, the Challenger 2 from Ryfield, the ATV from Ryfield, some more polishes, stickies, tasties, wipies, knocky-overs, and some cotton buds. And I'm not sure what is in the middle. What's that in the middle?
That is a hole.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. You know when your eyes are trying to trick you, like, what am I looking at? Yes.
He's bought a hole.
Moving on. Jeff Light bought himself the Rifle Miles Challenger from UMP as well. Very nice. Nice to see all the challenges turning up. Dan got himself some resin. He got himself an ultrasonic cleaner because he's a dirty little boy.
No,
hang on. Would that be the right size to put your mind in to give it a clean?
No, it's way too big.
Way too big. Okay, cool.
What have you got that for 3D printing? Dan?
Yes.
What does it do? Just take any loose bits off the resin, or
no? You know when you take it off the build plate, it looks like it's covered in snot. So instead, what I normally do is put it in the pickle jars, get a shake, and then move it from 1, 2, 3. That saves me about 25 minutes worth of cleaning, where I can just drop it in that, switch it on, and walk away.
So what's in what is it? It's not water in that though, is it?
No, I have transferred now. I don't use isopropyl alcohol because obviously there's greater needs in the world allegedly that need it, and I have moved on to its lesser known cousin of methylated spirits.
Oh.
And it works perfectly. It's less harmful on the lungs, let's say, because that isopropyl alcohol, when it's at 99.9, it makes you cough like a, yeah.
Off your nose.
But yeah, my ultrasonic cleaner technically is a very small one just to test it before I committed myself to the £250 one.
Ooh, that's
I'm
heavy.
going to gloss over that one in case my missus happens to be watching YouTube.
Was that the £2.50 one? Was it done?
Yeah, £2.50 Norm. Yes, mate. £2.
Yeah. I've heard the really good ones are the ones that cost absolutely nothing.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Dan also got himself some paints. Very nice.
That phone looks good in background.
Doesn't it? Lovely fun. And he got himself some signs.
I've still got a crap more to come as well.
Good. Digsby got himself a Hawker Sea Hurricane. Also got this 1/848 scale ICM RAF kit. Okay. Which arrived today, planning on a diorama, Battle of Britain. Not sure if this one or the Tamir Spitfire Mark 1 will occupy the VNet. Anyways, thanks for taking a look. Stay healthy, chaps. Oh, cheers. Well, slight problem with your plan using a Hurricane.
Yeah.
There's this word that says C. Start it. It's designed to only come off an aircraft carrier, unfortunately. So I'd use the Spitfire. Best idea for a diorama. You don't want to keep people nitpicking and telling you to wrong. And ICM's 148th personnel crew. You've got a distinctive look to the same image that Edward had for theirs. I wonder if it's it's going to be the same figures or not.
And
Dog's ears.
Hey,
Look at the dog's ears on that.
What?
The box art, the dog that's beside them.
Yeah.
Have a look at the size of the ears.
You can't judge a dog on its ears. I want to know who this is hiding over the back. Ooh, hello there. Why has he been put in the corner? Michael Benjamin, you're not splashing out there, Michael, on one pot of paint. You know when you say I'll go into the model shop for one pot of paint and then you walk out one pot of paint. You're not doing yourself a justice there.
At least got a nice close-up picture of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he's got clean fingernails, which is good to see as well. Picked up this AK interactive yellow-brown due to having some German tanks that use the Africa Corps paint scheme. Well, good paint to use then. Simon got himself a very good-looking 767B Mazda.
Cool.
That looks nice, that. Crown got himself the UMP. Oh no, hang on. Some desk organisers and glue pot holder.
Stop being stabbed in the back.
like a bayonet through his heart.
There's me about going. He got some of the UMP stuff. No, yeah.
Kieran.
I gotta admit though, it does look substandard.
Yeah, you can like you say, you can rig off people, can't you?
I have to tell Hannah not to buy Jane's any new shoes.
No. It shows. He got himself some clear gloss activator and thinners there for mixing.
What?
2K.
Oh my! It's
it's going on and on. I'm not going to say this is a good idea, but it's quite good. Don't tell Lee about that, Paul. Okay?
I won't.
I won't. No. Nice. Clinton. Clinton's a good man. He bought himself some AMT kits. Don't know why he did that. Why did you do that, Clint?
If I remember right, they were on offer at Aldi. I think they were. I've seen a lot of the Aussies saying that they were on offer in Aldi.
Oh, okay, giving them away.
Cool, man.
That wasn't take them, we'll pay you.
Set fire too.
I'll say though, Chevy Bel Air, awesome looking car. Really like that. And a Dodge Charger RT are two wonderful looking cars. Not sure about the kids. Nah, they'll be all right. Buy them. Got himself some service primer, some 62. and some 18 over there as well. Nice. Oh, here comes the Paul's local stash. What you got in, Paul?
There, mate, on screen.
Oh, fine,
I got Ryfield's Puma from UMP stock.
That's nice. Huh?
And off eBay, I got the Meng Leopard C2 Mexus with a dozer blade. It's very cool.
Yeah, do love a dozer.
And it looks a lot different than your standard Leopard.
It does. It's very different, isn't it?
It's very different. Yeah, it's crazy.
So what's this underneath the Puma? What tank's underneath this?
It's just German on design.
Is that its own design? Hasn't been robbed off anything else? Okay.
No, it's a German design.
The Puma.
Is this the Polish tank? Is this the Polish tank without all the weird armor and funny?
No, that's the Swedish KV-90.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
The Puma is a standard chassis, so they come in different variants. So they can put turrets on it, or they can use it as like an APC, armored ambulance. But the Puma itself is a standard chassis, and they just adapt it to whatever role. A bit like they do with the Striker.
Yeah. So this shirt pans at the beginning is telling us that it's the turret, that type of turret, and then it's a Puma chassis.
Schützen Panzer.
Yeah. Shirt Panzer.
Shirt Panzer.
Shooting one.
Shirt lifter. Tier 4 as well. Nice that with the
I have to get that. As soon as I seen that day, I was like, oh my god, that thing looks awesome.
Yeah, doesn't it?
And I counted the sprues in there the other day.
Oh,
71.
Yeah.
What?
There's 71 individual sprues in that box.
They're crazy, aren't they?
Oh my.
Mental. But it's such a good looking
And that hasn't even got
aggressive tank.
and that's not even got an interior.
No.
Absolutely.
Normal kit, the normal just basic kit. That's got 67 sprues.
Jeez.
That's
And
great.
and Charlotte later you can get this dozer blade on its own, which is quite cool.
Oh, that's good. Nice that
I
one.
was going to say I fancy one of those.
It's
but
very, very cool.
It
It's
is
my
very
one
cool.
pot of paint.
I've got the Tier 4 which has got the full interior, and I might have to get the blade for it.
Yeah.
Might have to get that blade for it. A load of AK interactive paints there. Some aerials, I'll take it this lot there. Yeah, aerials down there, and 2 lots of sugar barrels.
Technically, they're antenna.
Yeah.
Go on,
Aerials.
get it right.
Thank you. I don't. Do you know what? I don't.
Do you know the difference, Tim?
One pokes you in the eye, one pokes you in the arse.
No, an aerial only receives an antenna. An antenna transmits and receives.
Oh, okay.
Just to be pedantic.
I won't remember that.
We've got to learn things, haven't we?
Well, we have got to learn things,
Yeah.
but learning things and remembering them is 2 different things.
Oh yes.
Yes. You got nice that Technic Ducati bike.
Yeah, it was very cool. That good little build.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got your sticker as well. Like
Yeah, I got sent this by somebody whose name escapes me now. I think it's Phil. It was a guy called Phil, who is one of the transporter drivers, and this is his regiment's sticker and number. So it's number 19 for Tim and Dan who can't read Roman numerals. And he sent me a saying, is there any way I could put it in view where it can be seen on camera? So it's on the door behind me, really plainly in view. And very kind and sent me, so that's a really cool sticker.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And Paul really wants to build the truck and trailer. To put his
Never say never.
Never say never. That is a damn cool setup. But it's the Challenger 2 is not small. This thing must be massive.
Yeah.
Judging by that Challenger I took a picture of today, the Challenger's massive.
Yeah, it's a big bit. That'd be a big bit of kit that was. And you got yourself the Meng Bradley as well.
It's not my picture. That I can't be bothered getting it out the stash. I just nicked one off it online.
Oh, I didn't think that was your sort of.
It's tucked in up there. I couldn't be bothered.
I didn't think that was yours or Hannah's type of colour carpet. To be honest,
Definitely not.
no.
That started off white. That one.
Oh. Norm's been going a bit mad. You buying stuff, Norm?
Yeah.
There's 70
Right.
boxes.
Yeah. So what's this? Is that an M113 underneath that originally?
It's basically, yes, the M113 chassis just modified.
Very modified, isn't it?
Mm.
So what's this got? Like a spatial armor flotation on the side,
Yes.
is it?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
I wanted to do buddy build with Sam. Mine's slightly different.
Yep.
Or I may get the M113 as well. I may look for the Tamio kit.
But I was going to say, if you want to get the M113 at the moment, Plus model, I'm for like 14 quid. I was nearly tempted to go get one the other day. It's such a good little kit. Really is such a good little kit. And you can get them with or without the interior. It depends which version you buy. It's really cool. I mean, Sam got a very blurry picture.
Yeah, I'll just take a nap for Sam's.
I'm moving his face up and backwards and forwards.
If you squint, you close your eyes, it focuses a bit more.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't
See,
it?
The thing is, I took the picture with my left hand, with a trimmer in my left hand, so it's very big.
Michael J. Fox took the picture for him.
Yep. That's bad. The picture of me. It's an Abrams.
Sorry, Wind Newton's oils, some standard tools, Insta Snow. Cool. Okay.
What's that?
A sticky, nice sticky down there. Oh, you got yourself a Vulcan. All right, that's cool.
You missed a load there.
I'll be back in a minute, son. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like randomly shows some and then doesn't show other. You got himself some of these
secret pigments.
Yep. Secret pigments. Very secretive pigments. These are. No idea where they may be coming from in the near future.
Nope.
No idea.
No idea. Completely.
You won't be seeing the what? That's
it's still a herbal remedy for Sam.
Yeah.
It's to help him on those cold days.
I was saying, you definitely won't be seeing these out, but I like the way you've placed that. That's very nicely placed.
Very artistic.
There, Sam.
You like that?
Yeah.
I especially like the ripped off corner of a Mars bar packet in the background.
And some crumbs.
Some crumbs.
I know. I am fat too, Sam. Yeah, the crumbs.
They're still
on my bench. There'll be half digested tablets and plasters.
I was going to say that were an emergency Mars bar, that weren't it, Sam?
The blood sugar was low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is some flocking I bought and split with Sam.
Yeah. Yep. Some washes. Oh, I just remembered I didn't put my new bits in there. Did I? Some proper classics. There's some proper classics. They are the West German leopards.
Focus.
And
that's got the wading thing on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, that one's got the wading tunnel.
Very cool.
Tunnel. Same thing. Oh, someone's going live. Not tonight. Sorry. Yeah, you got the Vulcan, the Academy Vulcan. I was having a look at this the other day as well.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Nice looking kit.
Quite an old kit, that one now for the age of it now. Quite old. You got the with Zimmerit version back. Didn't you have this before?
No, I reviewed it.
Oh, that was it. And you
very good kit, that.
Yeah, very good kit. The Merkava and the Tiger one, nice. Merkava. The pattern, love. I really enjoyed building this. The track jig that comes along with it and stuff like that. It's very well detailed and for its age. That one. Love a flat Panzer Gepard.
Yeah, Gepard's cool.
Really Gepard.
The Armata.
Massive thing.
Yes.
Box is seriously big on that.
Yeah. I'm not that fond on the tank though.
Blue.
I do like
Hang on, squint again. We need to squint.
Squint.
That's cool.
Move your face in a little bit. Yes, Rifle Miles Sheridan.
I was going to say, Sam, when you take your pictures, tap the screen with your master screen with your hand.
That's it. That is us done for the evening. Thank you guys for sharing your stuff.
Yay, well done.
Very, very cool.
I do like your window.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There we go. We got any chat to catch up on?
Loads. Yeah, I can have a wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
you hit. Do you want me to read it or do you want to read it, Tim?
Hey?
Are you reading it or do you want me to?
No, I'll go through.
You sure?
James said, evening, one and all. Hope everyone is well from Model Officer. Tony saying he missed the bus. David Wright, Reitz right there. Hi all, just made it in time. Asbo saying he lost his mojo lately because he had to do lots of. I'm going with filling on that one. Yeah,
I went with filing when I read that comment earlier.
Yeah, either or, both would be very demoralising. Yeah, Jamie Dart's there. Malcolm Plummet, evening everybody. Evening, Malcolm. Crown never wants me to change. Thanks, Crown. Everyone's saying congratulations to Brian. Let's have a quick flip through. Carl Duran, evening all.
Oh, Carl.
Andrew Callis, hi gang.
Andy.
Yeah, you sneak in the back and do not stand up again. He wanted to sponsor heroes. Well done, Brian. Zoom is so much better in every way for video conferencing. Yes, we've done a good job there. I think there's. I'm going to go look through there. Yeah, saying the M40 kit was a 2016 tooling. I think everyone said hello. Most of this lot are sort of having a good chat to themselves. Oh yeah, they're right. Paul, question: is the 1/12 scale Valiant Porsche pretty much the same as the Jägermeister one?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yeah, just
It'd just be different decals, I think. As far as I'm aware, it is.
Close the door, please, Andy. Yeah, Diggsby saying it has a quad flank. Yep.
Oh.
Yes, and Gepard looks good.
Daniel needs spec savers.
Who does?
Daniel.
Daryl's saying they photoshopped that dog from the famous 5 book cover.
I remember that.
Neil saying, what's the problem with manufacturers not wishing to produce swastikas? Because in certain countries it is illegal to print them.
Yeah. Oh, it's illegal to show that.
Well, it's legal to print them and make them as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, same thing, though, isn't it?
On the decal sheet, they'll always have the bits missing, so it's not.
Yeah, the main issue though is for a German manufacturer, yeah, what you said's right. But for anyone else around the world, for them to put a swastika in the box, the box either needs to be opened and then taken out, or it's just easier for the company to leave them out for their own good, because all they're doing is limiting their sales for that country then.
Yeah.
So
it's easier to then they give it to you in the decal sheet. They don't show it, or they'll have it as a couple of little pieces.
Yeah, a couple of separate bits. Or
yeah, it's just
whatever.
It's fair enough to understand.
Didn't Rob further up ask a question about a swastika flag?
That's what it's jumped on me, and I'm sort of going back.
Ah, right.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, Paul. Do you know where I can get the 135 swastika paper flags to put on the back?
I think it's Reality and Scale had them last time I bought one years ago.
Or is it Fog? F-O-G?
Feel the Glory might do, yeah.
Feel the Glory,
yeah.
Place to have a look on.
Reality and Scale would be your best bet.
Yeah, I think Reality and Scale's got a few of them.
Yeah, Hysterex is a good place. If you can't find it, go Hysterex. They'll have it. The problem is it will be expensive. They're not.
Was it for armour?
Yeah, I'd imagine. Yes, 135.
Just remember, they were only on early war. Near the end, the Germans didn't want to be spotted by aircraft because they get annihilated.
Also, if you've got to use the Hysterex website, be prepared for a long troll through.
Oh God, that's painful. It's like putting teeth that website.
Oh, just go Reality and Scale. It's easier.
You give me a flashback to last time I went on Hysterex, and I'm still in agony from it now.
Yeah, I think they used. Yeah, they had the swastikas on there, like Paul said, early war, so their planes didn't shoot their own stuff. By mid to late war, they were getting their asses kicked, so they tried hiding more.
When the typhoons and tempests started hunting for them and absolutely annihilate them, they didn't want to be spotted.
No. Hide in the bushes, come out at night.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah, Reality and Scale. They're Russian ones, but when they're actually printed on like a canvas.
Yeah, it's like a fabric in it, yeah.
So you can mold the flag to show the movement, and yeah, they're really good.
I'm having it. Yeah, Brian said he had to go. Log on again in the morning. Tim probably still be going through the kits purchase section. Yeah, we're just lot buying it. I've been quite good. I've only bought a couple of kits. Mark Ward's there, evening, guys. Z-Bar 99, hail. Sam has gone balls deep in armor.
Yeah, I'm still going to build cars. I still have cars. I'm just going to take a break from it for a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. Blade of Unity, hey, howdy. RJC model officer, hey all. No, sorry. RJC models official. I do need my glasses, you know that.
Official? Wow, that is official.
Very official.
Cool.
Daniel Blair, good day all. Pleased to
Hello,
see the new
guys.
platform working well today. Pleased to see everybody's beautiful faces.
Even mine?
That's the English Dan.
We still won't know what that is.
Jiff just corrected you. Who are you watching, Dan?
Yeah, Dan still won't know. Dan still won't know what that is. He thought Stonehenge was in Ireland.
Yeah.
Hicks is there saying hi, Grandad.
Hello.
Hey, Paige.
Dave Wright saying, cheers, Paul. Built the original in Jaeger one in 82 and lost it. Wow.
Huh?
She says the Porsche.
Right.
Hicks, she's saying, I did not steal your chocolate.
Oh, I found suspicious.
I'm deciphering that as she's stolen your chocolate.
I reckon Mary's had it off.
Mary's munching. Sorry. Rob B, that's Scatterpool. That's Scatterpool.
I think he's on about the flock that looks highly suspicious.
I think he's talking about Scatter, Luke. What magnifying headsets are you guys using?
I use the Lightcraft.
Sorry, go on, please, dude.
Comes with 5 different lenses.
I move the hand closer to the face.
I have the set that's linked in my products I use in my videos. So go to any non-live video. My set from Amazon is linked there, and I think ours is the same as is Sam's.
Yep. And mine.
And Norman. Very good quality. They work really well. You look a bit nuts with them on.
What?
I rest my case.
Try answering the door to the delivery woman.
Yeah. Al looks a bit nuts, and Patchy there doesn't look exactly normal either.
Patchy.
Patch my cord, yeah.
Dan saying, don't worry, boys. I'm up for the challenge of the Rammunition Monster truck.
I was going to have a rapid hand movement there, but I remembered we're live.
If needed, I'll use my own aftermarket decals and make it super unique. I can see you doing a bit donkey. That doesn't sound right. Doing a donk. Doing a donk monster
donkey,
truck.
Donkey? No, it's goats he goes into, mate.
He's losing.
I'm sure you can get summons for that.
No.
Not
Probably.
really. It's a small town. You'll be all right.
Oh, so many places to go dark.
We done?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Record.
Dan Everson saying, cheers. We'll check out the video. I need a new one. RCWP SOM2. Pardon?
Some too.
No, I'm trying not to read what he says without getting in trouble.
Wow.
It was like Sam Nels, but eyeglasses type. Okay. Was Sam ever in the Tutty Club as a child? Sorry, Tufty Club.
I actually was, but they threw me out. I was in the Robins for half an hour, and they threw me out too.
that because you won't take your balaclava off, Sam?
He was unreliant.
Well, apparently I was turning the fire extinguishers on, but I wasn't. It was somebody else.
I denied all that in school, and then they showed me a video, and then I couldn't.
That's pretty much it.
Drew one saying, "What's the Tamiya Famo and trailer kit like?" It's superb. It's getting on its age now. It's getting quite old, but as ever with Tamiya stuff, that is a brilliant kit. A lot of building.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine with it, Drew.
Yeah, you'll be absolutely fine with it. Absolutely fine.
You did that wingnut wings, and that looked awesome. So yeah.
You got to plan your painting with it, because unfortunately, because of the way it is, you've got to paint. You'd end up having to sort of at least prime a lot of it to then start gluing the rest of it together. Otherwise, you never get back in there with your paint, or you just don't worry about that and think, I'm never going to see underneath the chassis and leave it as it is. Tim, what's the postage to the UK from Plas model? It's not the cheapest. I think it's working out about
six, seven quid.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it was only directed to Tim. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he doesn't want. Paul, shush, please.
Sorry, not that I ever used Plas model like last week where I got my T-Ram 4 from. But never mind.
Yeah. He doesn't want to know your answer. Anyway,
No,
it's 6 or 7 quid, Tony. Paul, Paul, now you wanted. Jason wants you. Paul, can you explain the change in modelling genre? Is it a change as is a good as a rest?
There's no change. I'm just doing other things as well. I'm still building cars.
He's just found a love of armour again.
Yeah, I explain this loads lately, actually. I started off as an armour modeler, and then aircraft, and then I got bored, really. And then literally, it's Luke's fault. I blame Luke. He did that McGack, and I thought, looks awesome. I want to build one of them. And I'd already seen this Challenger coming out and thought, that's epic. And it was already at the back of my mind to buy the Challenger anyway and think, right, let's do a bit of armour. So with those two things, I thought, you know what, let's do it. But the weird thing for me, and I explained this today when we were live as well. Yeah, when I originally did armour, I loved the build and the painting and despise the weathering. So obviously when you get through those bits you enjoy, to finish off is the difficult part then. Move on. Leave it. Leave it. So I've come to the point now where I'm not enjoying the build as much. Still enjoying the painting because I love painting. I've really enjoyed weathering these. Really enjoyed. I don't know what it is at all. And yeah, it's just something different. I think it's good for Sam as well. Sam was starting to lose the plot, I think, and I didn't do it because of Sam, but I did it for me as well to give. I always enjoy building armor. I just got burnt out doing it. It's all I did for years, and it just got the same old same. I say aircraft got to me in the end, and I've got one under the bench to maybe hopefully do as well. We'll see about that one. That'll be a toughie, that one, I think, but we'll see. And if we can do it, we will. And if we don't, we don't. But I think the armor is definitely sticking for the foreseeable future. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't say it was a change. It's just an addition, an old addition.
Yes.
I don't know.
A back pedal, if you will.
And to the other one down below as well. McLaren F1 haven't worked around all timber. Not at all. I've got so much on the go at the minute with family, UMP, myself. Keep myself entertained. That just some things of yeah, they're there. I get back to them. I will get back to McLaren. It's under here. I'll get back to the bike as well at some point.
It's a slow burner.
Yeah, it's just a slow burn. I'm in no rush to build it. I've owned it for 5 years. I don't really in no rush at all. But yeah, I'll get to it.
Yep.
I got no pressure. It doesn't bother me at all. I'll get back to stuff when I want. And at the end of the day, if I don't, I don't. The problem is, unlike a lot of people, everyone just keeps reminding me.
Yeah.
Well, except for Norm, because we wind Norm up all the time.
You try to.
You can see you building what you want to build, you know.
Yep.
Just quickly going through that. David Coates saying hi from Quebec, Canada.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Shadowland saying, I have a question. Would you weather rubber tyres for a dusty look on a World War? Hang on. Would you weather rubber tyres for a dusty look on a World War II gun?
Yes.
How would you weather them?
Is he asking
Sorry,
how?
how? Sorry, yes, how.
Oh.
Sorry.
I would use if they're rubber, as in, you know, in the kit it's the rubber tires. I always prime them in UMP black first. Then I would paint them in rubber black, and then gloss coat it and use UMP light dirt wash. Then you can take off most of it or leave you with that dusty residue, and then you just use some dust pigments to match whichever environment that vehicle or gun is in, and then flat coat it. Or not flat coat it if you want to maintain that, you know, the dust of the pigment. That's how I would do it.
Can I mute before you read Mark Coombs' comment?
Yeah, cool. Jif's saying never apologise for what you building what you want. RJC saying, Luke, how easy was your FV432 conversation to use? He's thinking, I think that's misplot there. He's thinking to use getting one. Was it a good kit?
I'm guessing that's Reese. I'm guessing he's talking about, I used the Accurate Armour ambulance conversion set for the 432, which is all resin, obviously. Actually, yeah, surprisingly easy. Obviously it's resin, so there's a little bit of cleanup and whatever, but the fit inside the tack-on kit is really, really good. I didn't use all of it, so I did what you'll find with a lot of the 432 ambulances. So the conversion set gives you the option to put 4 stretchers in the back, 2 on each side. But what you'll find with a lot of the 432s is they only had stretchers on one side. So they had two stretchers. Normally, as you look in the rear of the vehicle, they'll be on the left-hand side, and then the other side is still the bench seats. But yeah, it fits fine. It just takes a bit of cleanup, but there's no issues with fit.
Good. Rob B, thanks for that. Yeah, doing an early Tiger 1. Gary saying, I reckon Luke has a cunning plan to get Paul tank stash cheap when Paul gets bored and goes back to cars.
Is that Gary Pashley?
Yeah, surprisingly, that is.
Yeah, you build. Let me see a bit of finished build of yours, Gary. Then you can start grabbing off.
I'd like to see something you built.
I'll hit you with something else. Get on my level.
Yeah. Claire says she finds the weathering difficult. Sometimes making something dirty, other than Dan, is hard work.
Steady.
Hey, you're good at making things dirty.
Oh, come on.
And then cleaning them.
This is a lady there. Don't be talking like that.
The thing is, with weathering, and I've been guilty of it in the past, less is more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to go over the top, and then you almost lose the effect you were going for in the first place. So like with that McGack that I finished, because of the environment it operates in, predominantly it's dust. Yeah, that is the predominant thing. Whereas the AS90 I've just finished, because of the color of the armor, which is, it's almost a yellow, it's really close to yellow. But because of the way those vehicles are used, they have lots of ingrained dirt, which doesn't matter how many times they try and clean it, it's actually ingrained into the paintwork. So I think with weathering it, you've got to think, where would that vehicle be operating, and then fit your weathering to it, and do a little bit, have a look, leave it, come back the next day with fresh eyes, look at it, and build it up. Don't try and do it all in one go, because you'll then go over the top and ruin the effect you're after in the first place.
It's also a very subjective thing. So what you think looks right, somebody else might not.
Yeah.
And go for what you think's right. Don't worry about other people. Look what's right. Sorry, Dan. Reference pictures are a good one as well. Find a reference picture that you like and follow it.
Yes. was just about to say that. And also, if you do think that you're going somewhere with it and you think it's looking good, take a picture of it and then look at the picture, because you can see you can think you've finished a model, and then you take a picture and then you'll come back and you'll, you know, like for instance, wheel nuts on cars, you know, center nuts, Paul, you know.
Oh, it's so easy to miss them off.
It's so easy to, you know, and a photo does, you know, you do see more on one picture than you would if it were in the person, because you've been sitting and staring at it for 6 hours in a day thinking, oh, that looks good. You take a picture and then all of a sudden, God, that looks shite. Do you know what I mean?
Have a way out as well.
Yes.
Like on my Leopard, was it Leopard? No, Abrams. I test out this, actually, that life color set there, the dust and rain. Follow the directions, watch the video, put it on exactly. Hated the look. That doesn't look right. On the sand color tank, it looked odd. And I could take it all back off perfectly. With oils, you can near enough take them back off. Enamel washes, you can as well. If you're using UMP washes, put them on a gloss coat, you can get them totally back off. But for the most part, I put everything on a matte coat anyway. None of my armor's cleared in any way, shape, or form. So it's knowing which way to do it. I knew as soon as I put the UMP washers on that flat surface, they would never come back off again. So I planned ahead, sprayed them on heavy, and took most of it off. And as Luke said, got that nice ingrained, dirty look I was after. Reference pictures are the number one thing.
Yeah.
Find a reference in the vehicle and stick with it.
Yes.
Don't go looking around.
Don't chop and change.
And never ever, sorry Luke, never ever use another model as reference. No, never ever use another model as reference. Find proper pictures and go from there, because you're trying to reference off somebody else's interpretation then. And that's not your view then. So find the real model and do your own interpretation. You can use somebody else's to find hints or see what they did, but don't use that as your reference.
Sometimes it is. It's all right. It's good to get a second opinion. So all of us guys in here, if we're at a stage of a build, we'll just put pictures in our private chat and say, right, guys, what do you think?
The thing is, what's the response you get off us lot?
Look,
shit. You look great when it's finished.
But yeah, because sometimes you can get so focused, particularly with weathering, you get so focused on a particular stage that you become less objective. So either leave it for a couple of days and come back, or just like Dan said, take a picture, look at the picture, send it to a mate and say, what do you think? And normally they'll identify, you know, what can be changed, how to make it better, or tell you just need to finish it. Yeah.
Just an ISM, Claire. Do what you think. Put up and say what you think, and just say, you know, give me constructive criticism, and you'll get it then.
Yeah.
Crack on through there. Dan's saying the internet is a great resource to keep yourself entertained. Oh,
what do you say?
The internet is a great resource to keep yourself entertained, apparently.
Yes, very. Definitely. Especially Mr. Scattigal finds.
Yeah. Tim was saying no rush at all. Can definitely understand that. Mark saying I'm currently working on the Edward Docker, and it's made me realise how bad my eyes have got. Oh, sorry, the 172 Docker.
What?
Oh no.
I think it means Iron Decker, and it's changed it to Docker, which is a small World War I plane. Andrew's saying check out Rinaldi's tank art books. Yeah, they're really quite good. Nice pictures.
Cheap though.
Luke Woods, quick question, guys. I've been having a few issues with the CA glue when man, you guys are worse than me. I think it is when sticking photo etch to photo etch. Any tips also when sticking to painted areas?
Yeah, try and get it hit down in one go.
Yeah, if you're joining photo etch to photo etch, try using soldering paste instead.
Yes,
and solder the parts together. It's something make it a lot stronger. And yeah, when sticking it to painted areas, yeah, you got to be so precise. Like Gary's saying, try white glue. sometimes it's not a bad thing to do. At least you get a couple of attempts to try and get it in the right place.
Well, not only that, you've got more chance if you do get an over splurge, let's say, you've got a good chance of wiping it off. Whereas CA glue, you attempt to wipe on anything CA glue type, whatever you're wiping it with, be prepared for that to be part of the model.
You just got to be confident in what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's it. Be confident, you'll get it down, no bother at all.
But I would definitely recommend the solder paste for PE to PE. Although I have super glued it and it does look good once you've super glued it.
I always try and get the PE down onto bare plastic rather than painted areas.
Yes.
Paint it later, yeah.
Be careful if you put it onto painted areas.
Yeah.
You're
Luke,
only going to get one go at it.
David Coe was saying, Luke, do you wash your photo etch? You don't need to wash photo etch. If you need to clean it, you can just use some isopropanol over it, and then if you need to anneal it, you can put a bit of heat over it.
I want to say, just a bit of warmth.
You don't need to wash it. You don't want to get water over it. You don't need to put water anywhere near it. Also, the CA glue does go off. It will still dry. It takes a little bit longer. What you might be finding is it's grabbing so fast that you don't have time to adjust it. So you might be better at using white glue, maybe. Luke Ward, I do not. Should I be? Okay, that's about that. Don't worry about that. Try what like white glue. Thanks, Andrew. Has looked at the books. May order one. Yep. Yeah, David, you don't need to wash photo etch. I've never known anyone to need to wash photo etch. I've heard that before. Daniel saying, question, would there be a weathering paint that could duplicate the look of the trend you see now of rhino lining body parts of custom cars?
Wednesday next week, mate.
Oh, okay. Rhino lining it's like that. Really, it's like a really thick paint that virtually sets like a thick gel coat. And it goes in in trailer beds at the back. They spray it in there, so it's got, and you can smash stuff against that, and it does not break off or damage, and you'll never go through to the bare metal.
It's almost bomb-proof, like literally.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy strong.
I don't think we have that in England. What we prefer to do, back to your brand new Jeep, and then have to pay thousands to have a new bed.
We don't really buy Jeeps like that, do we?
No.
We have transits for that sort of thing.
I just had a weird joke coming into the back of my head there.
Yeah, I thought so.
Stop bashing your bed. Yeah.
Back bed. All right, back bed. David C. Question probably gets asked all the time, but would it be better to clear coat my gloss paint on a Rail 57 gasser before putting on decals or after? I hear so many different stories. I've got great stories to tell you.
No.
No need to gloss coat before decals at all.
No.
Unless your paintwork's shocking. And even if it is, you put a gloss coat over it, it's going to end up with a rough gloss finish.
I would say that's all. You're just going to create yourself a lot more work.
The only thing, maybe, if your paintwork isn't the best, rather than gloss coat, use one of those, which is the UMP buffer stick, and just smooth the paintwork out so you've got that flat surface.
Yeah, I've done this with the Prowler, yeah.
Yeah, if you put gloss coat on a already uneven surface, just then an uneven gloss coat.
You're going to end up with a shiny, uneven surface.
Yeah.
Hannah's there saying hi all. Evening, everyone.
Hello, Hannah.
Good evening.
Hey, Hannah.
Yeah, Mark Ewing saying shipbuilders use gated glue for photo etch.
Yeah.
As long as it's not that expanding one.
You had one too, yeah.
I have seen on a couple of pages where somebody's, I bought this and it's done this and it looks like that.
The clear wood glue, the epoxy,
yeah.
That stuff is brilliant. It's such good wood glue. Just don't get it on your fingers or anywhere except where you want the stuff to glue. Because gosh, it goes on. And you've got to use proper. You have to end up using thinners or what's the other stuff I have in the blue barrel?
Acetone.
It cleans off resin, like proper resin, and that's the only other stuff that cleans your hands. It's so horribly sticky.
Tim's used to sticky.
Wonder where that was going.
Yeah, rubberized. Andy's got a rhino in his bed.
Oh,
Take it back to the zoo.
watch out for the horn.
Put your mind in that washer again. David Coat, I wash everything, guys, and do not, and got no problem with paint or glue, and my glue is over 20-year-old. What? Your super glue is over 20 years old?
Oh.
And my glue is. Okay. Andrew Cad, look for the paint that replicates anti-slip and modern armour. Yeah, have the stickers on the back order. Cascamite wood glue goes Rickard.
Rickard?
Rickard, yeah.
Rickard.
Oh, it's gone Rickard, that is.
Is that Rickard Rydell? He was a racing driver, weren't he?
He was a good driver, he was.
He were a good driver.
Rydell. Wasn't that the name of the school in Greece? Rydell High.
I have no clue because I'm gonna say this. I need to say this word.
I've got to say, Luke, that's not one of the comments I would have ever thought coming out of your mouth. Is
A very
from the
very
film
manly
Grease.
man with a manly beard.
Anyway, moving on.
Full of surprises.
Wow, Luke, well done there, Luke.
Yes.
Shane, no, I better not say anything.
No, leave it.
Has anyone used Mr. Hobby and smeared paint on the same model? If so, do they have any reaction to each other? No.
No.
Fine.
Andy says he's not going to touch that.
Right, quite right.
So David's saying he's got 20-year-old super glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll be honest, if I have super glue on my desk at work and it's there for longer than about 2 months, it turns into thick, horrible, gloopy nastiness. And then about another couple of months later, it's turned into one solid mass. So that's with them sealed. They don't last long. Claire says yes, grease is the word. Yeah.
Tell me more.
Oh well.
Timothy, he's back now, boy.
Hang on, we've got an important question. Norman,
Yes.
have you got cereal, Grandad? He's been asked in the chat.
Crunchy nut. I do love some crunchy nut.
Flapjacks.
Yeah, I've got all the cereal I want.
Timothy likes crunchy nuts. That's interesting to know, Timothy.
Come say hi to this. Look. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, whatever. Fine then. Don't say hi. Ellie, shh. Loud. Anyway, let me go make some coffee.
Which was amazing.
Can I have tea, Tim, please?
No.
Right then, Dan,
Hello.
want to do your bit?
We can certainly give it a whirl. Let's press some buttons. Oh, hang on. This has changed from other day yesterday. Where are we? Let's try that button. And then maybe that one. No? Okay, that one. Oh, nice blue screen.
Oh,
Oh,
very cool.
is that sharing now?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It says it's sharing for me. I'm just going to
Nice and sharp as well. Very nice.
move that over yonder. Good evening, everybody. We're going to start on the forum as always. Is that
Hang on. Don't forget, make a note of your favourite build. At the end, you get to vote on the build of the most votes. Get the £10 UMP gift voucher.
Yeah, we're going to start on the forum as always. And the first one out the gate is One Small Step 1966. And he says he's finished his Industria Mechanica 135th scale Manchus steam car. He's used Tamiya LP and Mr. Metal colour paints used for the car, Vallejo model colour for the figures, and various acrylics with ultimate washers for the base, which is a mini art street dio. Mounted on cherry wood, a really enjoyable kit to build / paint, and he's titled it, Hey Fred, I Think We're Lost. And I've got to say, I really like that one. It's
Very nice, isn't it?
way different.
That's cool.
It is pretty cool. I quite like it a lot.
Pull over a lot to put the coal in there, though.
The trailer looks the funniest, I think.
Yeah, it's a coal bunker, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like, you know, when they had horse-drawn carriages and they just traded up to a car, it looks like they've just ripped out seats and the driver had sitting there filled it full of coal. But I do like that.
The car's got a big smile on his face as he gets shoved in there.
This is Hawk Moon next, and this is his Tamiya 112 scale Ducati 1199 Panigale S Tricolore. He says it's a nice kit that built well and not a bad result for his first 112 bike kit. Hobby design and Tamiya front fork upgrades used. Zero paints Ducati red and brilliant white used along with 02K. Other paints used were Tamiya LPs and acrylics and some Vallejo.
That's very nice.
I like that.
For a first bike, superb.
That's a very nice build. Lovely looking beastie. This is Gary 30 next. He says he's just finished his Revell 4 GT 2017 LM. Tricky paint job and fiddly assembly, but it turned out okay in the end. He's used Tamiya LPs and Pro Range 2K. Have a good weekend, everyone.
That's nice.
I like that. It looks really
Very
nice.
well red and white.
I like that a lot. F27 packs next. He says, good evening, happy modelers, whether you're happy or not. He says, this evening, here is progress on the 172nd Azure Duotine 376. All it needs now is a clear coat, a coat of silver, lacquer decklin and final assembly, and it will be finished. This is a lovely little kit, but attaching the fuselage to the wings is a trial by ordeal achieved only with generous helpings of harsh language.
Ooh.
I suspect the C word was spoken lots.
That's going to be cool.
It's quite a doody little plane, now, isn't it?
172nd as well.
Yeah, that's
Dingy.
tiny. This is Barry F1 fan next, and this is a Tamiya 112 scale Ducati Panigale Tricolore. Going a different route than the box scheme. Tamiya paints, no detail upsets, some SMS carbon fiber, and it's definitely a whip.
That's lovely.
It's like there's a Ducati group built on the forum.
Really?
There's loads of them being built.
And yeah, same as there's a sci-fi sig.
Nice work, that.
Oh, there's me saying it's a rollover. Oh, and there's Mr. Angry Ant, Mr. One Mac. This is his Airfix 172nd Buccaneer S2C. 180 plus decals on, a very prominent one in the wrong place.
Ah, over the
Where's
other
your booking
side.
here?
On the booking chain.
Over the other side.
I've been watching building this thing and painting it. It's a beautiful shape, that thing.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Lovely.
Nice job, Al.
Needs to be kitted at a decent scale, really does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Al wants one massive, don't you, mate?
Yeah,
It will.
24th. That'll do.
And that's 172nd. Looks
That's,
40th.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
I
It,
would
it
say-
looks a lot bigger than it is. It's not,
Yeah.
you know.
That's not the first time Al's had to say that.
Yes, well, free magnifying glasses.
Oh, dear. I like the colour, Al. That's a
Yeah.
very spot on colour, mate.
Yeah.
This is Ranger Neil next. And he says he's carrying on with finishing the OT90 conversion he started years ago. Very fiddly rear door hinges, as they seem to be as reliable as the track links in staying where they're meant to be. It will be assembling the doors in the closed position, as there is no interior to view. He originally planned on scratch building the rear spine and sets, I'm guessing seats, but for some reason is long forgotten how he stuck the hull on top.
Ooh.
I like the little figure just, lurking. Oh, two kids, no sleep.
Oh.
Hello, lords and lasses of ISM fame. Happy Friday. He must be talking about Tim when he's on about lasses.
Yeah.
Just saying. This is a whip of a Tamiya 1/12 scale Ducati Panigale S1199. It's just a great kit. It says there's lots of Tamiya Ducatis being built for the informal duck group build on the forum. I had to read that before I said it, because you never know. I've been up since 5 and it's quite late. He says mine is yellow, white factory scheme. Tamiya XF3 yellow plus X26 clear orange to make an orange/yellow. Capped colour. White is decanted TS26 pure white. The blacks are mostly ultimate gloss black primer. Fairings are magnetically attached and removable. And is building slowly as we're back to work and busy again after the shutdown. So much less modelling time.
That's beautiful work, Scott.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a
Good colour.
really nice color scheme.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's getting a very good modeler, Scott, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good modeler.
He's not learning from us.
Stay away.
Page 2.
Oh, cool.
This is Tank Boy 76 next. And he says this is Tamiya's 1/24 scale 1982 Celica Supra, made up as the marshal's car for the Long Beach Grand Prix. He's almost done finishing the corner glass and wheel arches. Very basic kit on pretty old tooling, 1981 copyright marks on the chassis. It nonetheless went together pretty well, and he thinks the combo of TS86 pure red and the yellow orange decals is pretty striking. The headlights can be flipped up and down, but take your time building, as the mechanism needs careful alignment and fitting if you want them to move smoothly, like his don't. I've got to say, I like that though.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
I think kit manufacturers are missing a trick. We've got that Mercedes in, is it the SLS in F1?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a really good kit. And then you've got different cars in NASCAR and IndyCar. Do you know what I mean? I think you are
You can
missing.
get the older S. You can get an SLS pace car. I've got one.
Can you?
Yeah.
Didn't you get one for the IndyCar as well, Paul? A yellow one?
No.
No?
But I think kit manufacturers are missing a trick, because I think a lot of people will be interested in, having lights and, and obviously different decals and whatnot. But I do like that. That looks really good.
Nice build, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like, but nice. El Capitan next. He says he's previously tried to sell this kit, but nobody wanted it, and may as well build it then. It's a Mirror Models 135th CMP C15A truck.
I got to the same point he is, and then I was trying to get rid of it. No one wanted it either. You just got to clog on and build it. It's
meant to be a bit of a nightmare, isn't it?
They're good. They're just, it's a short run kit. It's just, it's hard work, but they are good. They are good.
Apparently the kit comes with a ton of PE and a few resin parts, and the instructions are just a bunch of photographs of each step. Not easy to follow assembly diagrams. So far it's been the fiddliest kit he's ever built. Judging from the fact that it's still got about 75% of the PE parts to use, it's only going to get worse. No wonder nobody wanted to buy it.
wait until you have to now come to the cab section. Because the cab section there's not one single part that is like a simple fit, and the whole thing is such a strange shape. You've actually got to glue it all together at one time, so that because one bit ties in with the next bit, ties in with the next.
Oh, so it's one of them kits where you need 5 hands and
honestly, the whole front cab is none of it square sided. It's all slightly strange angled. That's where I got to exactly the same point and went, this cab is ridiculous. Why am I? And then stops, unfortunately. El Capitan, Rob, I really hope you crack on with it and get further on with it. Really do.
Yeah, push through it. If not, lack of thinner clears everything right up with a bit of a match.
Just don't do it in your kitchen.
Oh dear. We have a strange fellow called Paul next.
Ooh.
And this is his Tamiya 148 M1A2 Abrahams. Another one off bench. Love these 148 armor kits from Tamiya. His first ever desert camo, and he's happy with how it came out. There's a few things I'll alter after seeing the pics in editing, and is open to any comments or critique. It's a Tamiya 48 M1A2 Abrams. It's primed in Ultimate Black Primer. Base painted in Tamiya LP30. Paint high and low lights done using lighter and darker tones of the base color. Raw umber pin wash. Oil dot filtered with Winsor & Newton oils. Chipping done with AK gunmetal via brush and sponge and graphite pencil. Sand and light dirt ultimate clay washes used on the tracks and lower surfaces. And all paints and ultimate washes sprayed through the Ultimate Apex airbrush, pardon me.
That's really cool, man.
I like that a lot. So you've seen something on that when you've took the picture that you just want to slightly change.
Yeah, I forgot what it is now. Oh, it was the dust on the road wheels. Get them off the rubber bits a bit more.
Yeah, but it's something that you didn't notice while it were in person until you
took it. Yeah, it always shows up in pictures. Always does.
So I do think, going back to that, I was taking a picture and having fresh eyes. Sometimes, once you've been modeling, we'll move on. Let's move on.
No, you're right. You're right.
This is Tomcat 64. He says, "Evening, young Dan. God, I'm going to buy that man a 4-pack." Bit of a mixed bag from him this week, as he appears to have 3 projects on the go at the moment. On the left are the chassis and main gun from the Mini Art 35th scale SU-76. This kit hasn't been great, but it's slowly coming together and currently working on the individual track links. Top right is a Italieri. 72nd scale Opel Blitz with additional resin cargo from Model Trans. This has gone together pretty well so far, considering the age of the original molds, 1974. Wow. This just needs the cab adding before weathering. Bottom right is one of the modules for the MPC 196th scale Eagle Transporter from Space 1999.
Yep. I knew it was that.
Origin in the early 70s.
You know how Paul was saying earlier about things OCD?
Yeah.
I could not drive around with that truck in that order. Ever put that in the back?
Shooting.
Get back in there and sort that out. We are not driving around with it higgledy-piggledy. Come on.
That's a term that's not used enough. Higgledy-piggledy.
Quite right.
That's the word of the day now. Higgledy-piggledy.
Well, it
Nah,
was 1976, Tim.
sadly, it's not Tim.
You're not.
No.
Emily, the word of the day was higgledy-piggledy. Cool. See?
Al's ruled that it's not.
Oh, I found. I actually no, better not share that.
Aye. You should have known better.
Anyway, Neil says a little bit of sanding and it's looking good. And it is looking good, I will say that. This is Hawk Moon next. And this is a Wingnut Wings, the Duelists, Felixstowe Early, and a Hansa Brandenburg. Work continues on the Felix with the central wing / engine assembly complete and starting to come alive now. The rigging is also being added.
This is the point when you go, oh, this thing's going to turn out really big.
And or you go, ooh, what have I got myself into?
Yeah. Ooh, oh my God, this thing's not going to get any smaller. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. And bigger.
I do like his rigging though. That's not a euphemism.
Yeah, that's.
I like his rigging.
He's
Tidy.
well.
Very tight.
Quickly to Novarus, Mr. James Skiffins next. He says, good evening, all. Hope everyone is well. Quick rub my eye because I've got an itch. Thought I would share his last completed kit, that being the Tamiya 48 scale US 2.5 ton 6x6 cargo truck. He's primed it in ultimate black and then model color paints. Rear bed canvas is made from toilet paper, unused. It was all sealed with Winsor Newton gloss or matte varnishes through the different stages with a little oil pin wash, and he hopes we like it.
Very nice. Yeah.
Used toilet paper gives a great speckled effect.
Oh dear.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Nice job.
Yeah, he's done well there. Oh, and that's it for the forum.
There you go. Thought 2 pages.
Two very good pages as well.
It only took 2 weeks.
And it only took 2 weeks. That's right.
Yeah.
A week a page. No,
All
a
right,
page.
so.
So if I do that, is that going to swap?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my God.
Immediately.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
Seamless.
Thank you, Zoom. Thank you. We're going to slide swiftly into Face Ache, literally. We're going to start with Mr. John Birch. And this is a Edward Limited Edition 32nd scale P47D. That's quite a big.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work.
I like this one as well, weirdly. This is Christian This is Christian. This is a 1-to-1 scale, and all parts painted by his wife, assembling by me and her, or me and his wife. No, not me, him and his wife. Total of nearly 800 pieces.
Go.
Cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Girls had something similar years ago, and I kept stubbing my toe trying to switch telly off in the middle at night. It was horrible. Oh, terrible. I'm having flashbacks to just dolls everywhere, and oh, it was awful. Anyway, this is Mr. Dean
This is
Armitage.
Sex Dungeon.
Yes. Yes.
What?
With Dan's dolls, that's why.
They weren't my dolls, they were the kids' dolls.
Yeah, right, Dan. Yeah. We believe you.
Anyway, this is Mr. Dean Armitage. Oh, here's the wife with a cup of tea. One moment.
No. Oh.
Ah! Oh, that one.
What? A hot cup of tea.
That was,
Burn your fingers, Dan. It's awful painful.
you've seen Men in Black, haven't you? Wow. Anyway, Mr. Dean Armitage. Let's get back to Mr. Dean Armitage. It says this week he's made continued progress on the 48 scale Tamiya ME262. It's a pretty decent kit. I like that.
All could be covered up, though, eh?
I know, but
Unless he's opening panels.
he'll know he's done it though, Al. And
Oh,
that's-
yeah, absolutely.
that's the
But
most important part. See, me being me, I'd have just, yeah.
mm,
I'd have bypassed that bit. This is Mr. Simon Slater next. And this is a Tamiya 48 scale Mosquito. Just awaiting final decals, weathering, and a matte coat.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool. Sweet.
I like his
Very
bombs.
good.
Nice
Yeah.
aircraft, that.
Have I seen one of them in person? I don't think I've actually seen one of them in person ever. No, I haven't. This is Mr. Callum Hayton next. This is a Mini Art 35th scale Budapest diorama.
Cool. Good start.
Nice build.
This is Mr. Leon Verdenschot. And this is a 72nd scale FAMO with Bilstein crane.
Oh, look at the size of that.
That's
That's really good.
tiny. Sam, that grass looks like your hair, or did.
No, that's less patchy.
Oh, I can just fit. I can hear Norman writing my name in the book now.
It's in there already.
And they were supposed to shave my head, but we fell out and I wasn't going to trust her with a razor.
Oh.
Send me over.
This is Mr. Stuart Greenwood next, and this is a 24th scale Mini Cooper Rally Edition.
Cool. Ah. Chris Meek, Jobby.
Yes, he's
Thanks, Chris Meek.
that boy's got a few slates missing off his roof, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's not. His dad was the same. Hell of a driver.
Oh, really good driver, but yeah, he's had a few. His flashing's missing right chimney stack.
Yeah.
This is Rich Jellyman Eagles, and this is a 24 scale Typhoon. So many parts just for the engine. It's great fun.
Mm.
I like that though. I like his seat. His seat looks
Nice.
good. Oh, I like this one and all. Mr. Bap Athwell.
Oh.
This is his Tamiya 124th scale Mercedes 300 SL. He's used UMP primer with Humbrol matte cream and 2K clear coat using Omnicrom. Flattered the machine polished using Maguire's 3-step system. Red flocking used as carpet, and the interior was covered in red leather, kindly supplied by Tim. Combination of bare metal foil and Molotov chrome was used for the chrome trim. A fantastically engineered kit by Tamiya.
Very nice.
That's beautiful, man.
I do like that.
That is really cool.
And I know we bag on Humbrol, but that colour right there is the perfect colour of that era for that car, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because they only did an handful of colours, and I think that particular cream was one. And then they did that bare metal aluminium one, didn't they?
Yeah.
That is one thing I'm knowing about Humbrol. Their colours are perfect for this era type of car.
Yeah, because
they've got those pastel-y colours. They're perfect for it.
And they're still living in 60s.
Yeah, that's the ones.
Always wanted to build that kit, and I saw Tim's after he built it. I thought, nah. I've seen Babs and definitely not built it.
It's fantastic little kit, but it is fiddly. It is a fiddly little kit in some parts. And
I will say this though, Timothy did do a really good job.
Oh, beautiful job.
I've seen it in the flesh, and yes, he did a very good job.
I like it.
But so has Bap. That's a lovely colour. I like that a lot. Uh-oh, we've got a video.
Is it catching on fire?
We don't do videos.
Well, I know. I know.
Try it. See if it plays.
There's no reason why not.
Well, they never used to play, did they?
No, they're a bit stuttery and.
They used to absolutely screw up Dan's connection.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
there you go.
It seems to be playing and turning, so I'll butcher his name instead. This is Onyx Taveras. Taveras. Yep, Onyx. This is a monogram Ferrari Testarossa in 124 scale, painted with Tamiya grey primer, Tamiya flat white, and Testa's extreme wet look clear. Part of his Miami Vice build-off against the Tamiya Ferrari Testarossa. Many custom touches in the interior and engine compartment. And weirdly, that looks really good in white. This is Mr. Aaron Kirby next. And this is a 1/20th scale Tamiya SF70H. It's Vettel's car from the Australian Grand Prix in 2017.
Nice colour.
Wasn't that one called Kinky Kylie?
No.
Or was that the year before?
Vettel's car in red.
Oh.
So what was that, Dan?
Oh, Vettel was with Ferrari then, Dan.
Oh yes, well, Red Bull he named his cars, weren't it?
He's no longer with Ferrari.
No, that's quite comical, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Red Bull was.
So what were you trying to remember, Dan?
I will try and remember what he named his cars, but I can remember.
I've got no idea what he's named his new Ferraris because he always used to name them, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he'll not be naming this next Ferrari.
No.
Yeah.
The Red Bulls were.
I knee swore there, better mute.
Yeah, see, Tim and F1, yeah, swear words happen a lot.
Yeah.
And I like to trip him up sometimes.
It's like that same when I talk to customers about it as well. Especially when one of my customers says, "Hey, it's Vettel." He says, "You are Vettel's English twin." That's what it is. That's what I look like.
See, I get why? I don't know why, but when I've got my hat on at work, I've had a few people say that I look like Valentino Rossi. Now, hang on, he could be. If he's fat and ugly, then I do look like Valentino Rossi.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we digress and we'll move back to Mr. Peter Streetgrove. And he's been working on this Tamiya 48 scale Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6. This is his first ever aircraft and his first time away from World War II armour. He's painted it in Vallejo and weathering done with MiG products. Well, for your first aircraft, I'm going to say that looks bang on for me.
Yeah, looking good.
There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. This is Joey Merriman next. This is a Tamiya 48 scale M4A3E8 Sherman Easy 8. And it's a great build.
Nice.
What, pray tell, is that right there? Is that just added weight?
Yeah, it's weights for the kit.
So not being an armor builder, I have no clue. Well, I say not being an armor builder, I've built one.
Yeah, and very well you did.
Yeah, me too.
Still no clue though.
Yes, no, I ain't got a clue. Mr. Darrell E. Masters had a brain fart when he posted because he forgot his picture. But he's put a bit of Bandai 1144 Falcon, Last Jedi, all ready for priming and turning into the fastest piece of junk in the galaxy.
Hey!
And there's a picture.
Oh, that was your Fiesta.
No, I would say we've poached a lad this week and next week from another scaffolding firm in the city, let's say, and he's got a Focus ST done up to the nines. I think it's 400 and something brake, and I raced him today, and guess who won?
Him?
No. You know, because it was damp.
Oh yeah.
every gear he touched, he went sideways, and every turn in the road, he didn't so much as turn. He had to like really slow down because it's just too powerful.
Yep.
And then they were down in his little Fiesta, hammer down, blown him. In the car.
Sounding better.
I had to call myself then. Oh dear. This is Totally Scale Models. Stevie Six Toes. He says, evening everybody. He has now finished his first model of the year. Had some stuff going on. Tamiya's 48 scale F14D Tomcat. PE added to the cockpit. Resin wheels and some remove before flight tags added. He's primed it in Tamiya rattle can light grey. Underside is XF80 and the top is XF19. 2 and XF82 and one of those. So it's a mixture of. See, I don't like that. Tamiya make you do that. No section is CG66 and the black stripe and the tail fins are in XF18. It was a great build with what felt like hundreds of tiny decals. On to the next build. Thanks.
That's nice, Steve.
He's done a really nice job there.
Mm-hmm.
So he bounces from, he'll go from like a Starship Enterprise to a plane or
and a car as well.
Yep. and then he'll bounce back to sci-fi. I think sci-fi is where he likes to be, but sometimes what he does in that with lights and whatnot can be a bit draining, I suspect. This is Mr. Digsby James next. He says, hello all, hope you're all well. I have been experimenting, building some display vases / vignettes for his 48 scale aircraft. It was inspired by some work by Plasmo on YouTube. This is his second base and it's still very much a work in progress. I plan on placing either my 48th Tamiya Spitfire Mark 1A or his latest acquisition, a 48 scale Airfix Hawk Hurricane Mark 1 in it instead of the Tomahawk, which will be displayed on his first one. Used a combination of balsa wood, the frame of the walls, the flat 1/4-inch balsa wood. I made most of the ground boards from tongue depressors. That's depressing. Then used flat dollar store wood panels from their craft section, cut them into 10-inch scale for 48th being 3-inch, and then used a dental tool to score the boards for the walls. He's used Vallejo primer. He's got to get rid of it and don't want to waste it. He's diluted it with water for the base coat, then used Vallejo model color, natural wood, then a coat of dark earth, then added a touch of burnt umber. Couldn't resist adding some period posters. As always, thanks for taking a look. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thanks, Dan. Sorry it was a book today.
Yeah, it's nice up.
I do like that though. It's different. Mr. Richie Lamb next. He says, good evening, guys. Been working on his Meng 35th scale ZSU 23/4 Shilker, pardon me, primed in UMP black and base coated in a mix of Tamiya Desert Yellow and Field Grey. Can't remember the ratio of the mix. Still lots to do. Have a good one, guys.
It's a lot of work there, isn't it?
Looking good.
But it is looking good though.
Looks good.
This is Mr. Richard Paddock next. He says, evening all. He's finished up this group of Warhammer 40k miniatures. Space Marine Terminator Assault Squad. He doesn't know much about the Warhammer, but he enjoyed painting these a lot. Painted with Citadel paint and with Tamiya and Citadel washers. He's used garden dirt for the bases and some turfs he got from eBay. I'm guessing tufts. But I quite like them actually.
Me and the brothers and the nephew.
I like the shields actually. They're quite nice.
It's cool, though, isn't it?
See, they're tiny, and to get a really, a really nice outcome, let's say.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of good outcomes, this is Mr. Daniel Blair.
Oh, that's cool.
A Revell 124 scale vintage from the early 90s. Not that vintage then. 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz in Model Masters Bright Aqua Pearl. Cleared in Model Masters Clear. Interior is Model Masters Leather and Tamiya XF49 Khaki. There were stickers for the chrome trim instead of decals, so he just masked and used a silver chrome Model Master brush paint, and he's also used some Pegasus aftermarket rims.
You're knocking out some beautiful work, Dan.
I say it every week, but the guy's just, his stuff.
That bottom picture's beautiful.
Mm.
I like that. I really do.
It's definitely improved. Definitely.
Oh, massive.
Definitely.
Good choice of rims as well.
Stick a donk on it.
Banging donk.
This is Mr. Gary Constable next. He's completed his Tamiya Honda RC 213V. He's used Tamiya LP2 white, then decanted TS96 and TS36. As the zero paints will not cover, used Tamiya fork set, top studio clutch upgrade set, and the exhaust upgrade. Tamiya carbon fiber decals, AK metals, and Mr. Hobby Super metals, cleared with Mr. Hobby Super Cut UV clear, and UMP decal solutions, and UMP grey primer and gloss black base. Another Another fantabulous motorbike from Mr. Constable.
Oh yeah, as usual.
Yep, definitely. Definitely found his groove. Uh-oh.
Sharpie.
Hey!
This is John Sharp.
I love that.
He says, this week, Dan, I have mostly been working on this Pink Panther. Oh, dear. This is a amusing hobbyist 35th scale Panther 2. He's built it out of the box. Well, it all came in a box, but certain parts were replaced for coolness factor that happened to be on the sprues. He's primed in UMP black, then base coated with a strange yellowy poop colour before a mix of Tamiya red and white. The tracks were painted bright aluminium and then given a black ink wash and a red dot brown enamel wash. Was used on the main tank. Decals from an ICM 32nd scale Chika kit and LeFou sausage.
I love that.
Yeah. Lovely slack on the tracks there, John. Definitely very nice tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It really is.
Nothing wrong with being different.
Really sharp. It could be a pink tank.
Yeah. One out of the box, just that's Sharpie.
It's because it matches his eyes. This is Mr. Luke Ward next. He's been working on the Tamiya 1/12 scale 04 YZR M1 and he's using the Top Studio Super Detail set. It's going really well so far. Lots of resin and photo etch parts to add on. He's using mainly LP paints, some zero paints. Engine is done in arclide chrome, steel and dull aluminium. CF on the rear hugger, then cleared in Mr. Hobby Premium Clear courtesy of UMP.
That's nice, isn't it? Nice engine work, that. Different tone, colour. Breaks it up well.
Yeah, that's the bit that you need to, because everybody looks at the bodywork and then the engine, obviously. And you've got to look, make it look at least half realistic and not toy-like. This is Mr. David Hunter next. He's currently working on a 48 scale Revell Typhoon Eurofighter for a lad who works on the Eurofighter in the RAF. Cool. This is the first aircraft that he's built in 5 years. As he got into building cars and bikes, he really enjoyed this build and it's taken me well out of his comfort zone. And it certainly won't be his last.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice paintwork, that.
Yep, it's a nice job.
Very nice. This is Mr. Chris Stover next. He's working on this Trumpeter 124 scale JU87 D5 Stuka. It's a nice kit so far. Outer wing sections are just dry fitted. God, that's huge.
Wingspan.
Hanging from the ceiling.
Stick it on a wall.
Nail it to wow. This is Wolfgang Vith next. Love the car, this. He says, good evening, guys. He finished this week the 24 scale Airshima Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4.
Very nice.
Lovely wheel colour. Lovely.
It's really nice build, isn't it?
On a lovely looking car.
I'd never get into it, but it's a nice looking car.
Do you know what? I have squeezed myself into a Lamborghini, but I was 6 stone lighter, and I suspect I might have to have the seat further away if I ever got in one again.
Roof off, both seats out, and a jar of Vaseline.
I had to take my hat off because I nearly lost my hat round Donington racetrack, and it was, yeah. I would have stopped the entire race day just to retrieve it as well. This is Mr. Rick Normansell. He says he's finally finished his 72nd Revell Super Tomcat 14D. He's fairly happy with the result. Again, learned lots, and he went for a dirty look.
Doesn't look 72nd.
No, it looks slightly bigger. I suspect the turntable is slightly smaller.
That's very nice.
But it is very, very nice. I like that.
Nice work.
That spray booth filter is quite clean.
Mine isn't.
Oh, mine isn't. I've only just swapped it. Mr. John Stone, look at that. Good God.
Well, that's beautiful.
He says, greetings once again, slaves to the plastic. Here then, his completed Hobby Boss 35th scale RDF Puma AV. He's primed it using UMP black and painted using ammo of MiG Sinai Grey. Metal Tracks is the only non-out-the-box extra. Hope you like it, and we model on.
Cracking job, Job.
Superb.
That right there is delectably gorgeous. And I don't like armor per se, but I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's super.
Yeah, that looks really, really good. And he's nailed it. Actually, but he's nailed it. Oh, I like this as well. This is Mr. Patrick Kennedy next. He says, hello to all. Here's the Revival 1/20th scale 1936 Auto Union Tipo C metal kit that he's just completed. He removed the silver paint and polished the metal body, then cleared with TS13. Lots of fitting and filing needed to get these kits right. The suspension is very interesting and difficult to assemble, but works nice. Steering is operable with a realistic gearbox. The spokes are very nice on these as well. It will display nicely with his Tamiya F1 builds. See his recent posts for more views of the detail. And I will recommend to go and look at Pat's previous posts on ISM about this because it's just awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful work.
Yeah. The boy's done very good with the paintwork, or the non-paintwork, let's say.
Yep.
See, why would you make a kit like that and then put paint on it?
Yeah, it'd be a waste.
You know what I mean?
Eating a DeLorean, you know.
Oh, that's, yeah, that, but yeah, the outcome that he's got there is really good. I like it a lot.
Class finish.
And this is Mr. Michael Benjamin Mitchell next. He says, well, I finally did get the nuts put into the Dragon 35th scale pack 40, and it looks a lot better without these holes in the lower carriage shield. Still needs to install the rear light reflector onto the carriage shield and then putty up the back to cover the cover up of the big hole there. That's tiny.
Isn't it? I'd be lost.
So would I, Sam. So would I. Oh, very nice. This is Mr. Simon Shorey. He says, hi all. Finally finished his Tamiya 1/24 scale Scooby. He's done the WRC 99, thanks to Paul. He's used UMP white primer, gravity base coat, 02K, Tamiya LPs, UMP polishers, correct colour seat belts made, and PE bonnet pins added. And have a great night.
Nice.
Brilliant. That's lovely work, Simon.
Yep.
Yep.
Crack
Nice.
and finish. Good shine.
Yep. I built that exact one as well. It's over there. It's over there.
Yeah, I like that.
But mine's got glue on windscreen. And it's not the right blue. This is Mr. Paul Bertland next. This is his Rifle Models 35th scale Challenger 2 TES. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's all dry fitted / assembled for these picks. It's 90% done then. It's now ready for primer. We'll now break it back down into the assemblies for paint. It's a great kit, but not one for a beginner, as it's a complex build, lots of detailed parts and some tricky PE. FYI, there's a typo in the instructions calling for 87 links per side. It's actually 79 links per side for a tight fit, or as he's doing, 80 links per side for a slacker, easier to use fit. The sag won't be seen once the skirts are on. God, I nearly mispronounced that then. Oh, that would nearly.
Where'd you get that from, Paul?
He's getting good at this armor.
Yeah.
We're out of stock at the minute, but hopefully have more in soon.
It's a beautiful looking kit, though.
It does look really, really good. Question for the armor builders. This is from an idiot who has no clue. I understand what the slat armor does, but what is this particular box thing?
So that is known as Chobham armor.
So is it filled with something?
No one knows.
No one.
If you're going to speculate, it's probably going to be an explosive charge.
Yeah, it's some sort of ERA, which is the reactive armor, but actually the composition of it, even the Americans for years and years and years, I'm going to offend every American in the chat here.
Apologies, Americans.
Yeah, apologies. They've been trying to get that armor on their tanks, but the British are the only ones that have it and will not sell that technology to anyone.
Good. Anyway, so is it like a metal box with an infill?
Again, no one really knows what's in it.
I thought the Chobham armor was what's actually the tank is actually made of.
No, that's Dorchester armor, isn't it?
Dorchester, yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. We used to talk about. I thought it meant the actual plate, the plates, the metal. Because I know the metal plates are a composite as well, aren't they?
It's going to be standoff armor
Yeah.
with an explosive charge in it, more than likely.
Yeah.
So it'll stand away from the tank and have an explosive reactive.
I mean, essentially, you can hit that tank with pretty much anything. Yes, the tank will be rendered useless, but the crew will walk away.
And that's the most important thing.
So the metal work on the outside, that's like a layered composite as well.
It's an add-on. That's an add-on from the original.
No, not that stuff. What the tank's actually made of.
Yeah, that's a multi-layered armor system.
Yeah, so it's the same sort of. Yeah, so it's got like rubber and metals and whatever else inside to stop rounds penetrating into the actual hull itself, which is quite clever.
Yeah, there is a video somewhere on YouTube. I forget. You'll be able to find it where they essentially hit one on a range with an A10, and they use like crash test dummies inside it, and the crash test dummies are unharmed.
They were still drinking tea and reading paper.
Yeah, essentially.
But I will say this though about Paul's particular build, I quite like that tank unpainted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because you can see the PE and everything that's gone into it, blah blah blah. But I do like that unpainted. It'll look even better once it's painted, possibly, maybe.
First thought that struck me was it was like a manufacturer's demo pick.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I thought when I did my Airfix Jackal years ago, when I was building that, if I'd have not made as many boo-boos as I did, I'd have probably not painted that as well. Because I quite like, you know, with all the PE, I think I put 2 Black Dog upgrade sets on that and something else, and it looked really good right up until I pretty much dipped it in CA glue and then spat it.
Went downhill,
and it rapidly went downhill from there, and I had to take pictures from, I don't know, space, because it was more than a 3-foot model. But I do like that unpainted look, I will just say that. It just looks good.
You enjoyed the build, Paul, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a good build.
Lovely
Very
build,
in-depth.
man.
Yeah, in-depth build, but it's good. Goes together
Very
well.
nice.
Can't wait to get it painted.
Just refer to Gary's comment in the chat where he says, "Crew will walk away. A10 pilot says, hold my beer." It's been proven.
Ooh, this Mr. Clinton Eels now, or Chunk to his mates, or another C word to his really good mates. He says over the last couple of weeks he's been working on the AFB Club tracked cargo carrier. He's primed it in UMP grey primer and a coat of Tamiya olive drab. Next is the decals and weathering. Thanks for looking. Cheers. You galah.
Yep, nice work, Chunk.
Looks good, Chunk.
Yeah, I do like that. It's a cute little thing.
Ain't there, isn't
Chunk's a very nice man.
This is Cray and Ryan next, or Kieran if you're a normal person. This is a Revell Reeboks Hasegawa 120 up 4th scale Toyota Celica WRC. He's primed it in Badger Stein Res white primer with decanted Tamiya TS26 white through the airbrush. The majority of the decals are now done, but some were lost as they were shockingly thin and dissolved at the sight of water. Sorry for laughing, but that's just hilarious. Oh, I've had that happen so many times. Hopefully it will be 2K'd this weekend or set on fire.
GT4 that.
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice job on the decals.
Yep.
Very nice.
There's some some swear words went into that, I'm betting.
Oh yeah.
Not an easy.
I built it.
Oh, I like this red as well. This is Mr. Dan Edmonds next. He says, "Hi Dan, this is his 24 scale Fujimi Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. After plenty of paint disasters, the paint job is complete. He's used UMP white primer, Gravity Spain Rosso. Rosso. He's used Gravity Spain red and Gravity Spain 2K. He's also finished the chassis with Hobby Design brakes and low suspension. Have a great show and hope you're all well." That red's a really good looking red. On a really pleasant car.
It's a good finish at the body on that.
Yeah, that's.
Well, you know what I mean. Filthy minds, a lot of you. Filthy.
Quick out the gutter, I'll get dirty.
You're just a motoring enthusiast, Sam. That's all it is.
I am.
I've got to say though, that red colour is really nice. Really nice.
Nice finish up.
And the last one of the evening, this is Mr. Jeff Light. He's been working on the frill tracks for his Tamiya 35th scale Chieftain over the past few days. Completed burnishing and assembly without breaking any drill bits or stabbing himself in the fingers. Unfortunately, the photo doesn't do justice to them, but weathering, etc., still to do.
Cool, man.
Cool. I keep on track, you'll be fine.
Yep. Those frills are good.
Yeah, frills are good. That was.
Are you ready, Norm? Oh no, we'll do it time, do we?
Don't do it anymore, mate. I'm redundant.
Well,
who's going to do start voting? Who wants to type it in?
I can do it.
All right, Al. Thank you, mate.
On the end.
You call it then.
I'm here doing the other bits, don't worry.
Oh, you're there, mate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And I'll give a check on how many people know.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, start voting now. On you go, Dan.
This is One Small Step, 1966, with his Industria Mechanica 35th scale Manchu steam car.
Just remember, just pick one subject, your favourite build, and try and get the builder's name in there too. Sorry, I meant to say that, I forgot.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Hawk Moon with his Tamiya 112 scale Ducati 1199 Panigale S Tricolor. Mr. Gary 30 with his Revell 4 GT. We have F27 packs with his 72nd scale Azure Duotine 376. We have Barry F1 fan with a Tamiya 112 scale Ducati Panigale Tricolore. We have one Mac with a 72nd scale Airfix Buccaneer S2C. We have Ranger Neil with a OT90. Two Kids No Sleep with, surprisingly, Tamiya 112 scale Ducati Panigale S 1199. Quickly flick to page 2. Tank Boy 76 with his Tamiya 24 scale 1982 Celica Supra. We have El Capitan with these Mirror Models 35th scale CMP C15A truck. We have Paul with a Tamiya 48 scale M1A2 Abrahams. Another nice looking piece of armor. Tomcat 64 with 3 Mini Art 35th scale SU76 and a Taglieri 72nd Opel Blitz and MPC's 96th scale Eagle Transporter. We have Mr. Hawkmoon with his Wingnut Wings Felix. Mr. Novarus with his Tamiya 48 scale US 2.5 ton 6x6 cargo truck. Oh, and that's that for the forum. We'll go straight back to Face Ache. Mr. John Birch with his Edward Limited Edition 32nd scale P47D. Christian, this is Christian and his 1-to-1 scale bed. Mr. Dean Armitage with his Tamiya 48 scale ME262. Mr. Simon Slater with his Tamiya 48 scale Mosquito. Callum Hayton with his Mini Art 35th scale Budapest diorama. Mr. Leon Verdenschot with his 72nd scale Famo with Bilstein crane. Stuart Greenwood with his 24 scale Mini Cooper Rally Edition. Mr. Rich Jellyman Eagles with his 24 scale Typhoon. Mr. Bap Athwell with his Tamiya 24 scale Mercedes 300 SL. Onyx Taveras with his monogram Ferrari Testarossa in 24 scale. Mr. Aaron Kirby with his 20th scale Tamiya SF70H. Mr. Peter Seagrove with his Tamiya 48 scale Messerschmitt BF109 G6. Mr. Joey Merriman with his Tamiya 48 scale Sherman Easy 8. Mr. Darrell E. Masters with his Bandai 1144th Falcon from The Last Jedi. Totally scale models with his Tamiya 48 scale F14D Tomcat. Mr. Digsby James with his display base. Mr. Richie Lamb with his Meng 35th scale Shilka. Mr. Richard Paddock with his Warhammer 40k Miniatures Space Marines. Mr. Daniel Blair with his Revell 24 scale Cadillac Eldorado. I like that blue, weirdly. Mr. Gary Constable with his Tamiya Honda RC 213V. Mr. John Sharp with his Amusing Hobbies 35th scale Panther 2. Mr. Luke Ward with his Tamiya 112 scale YZR M1. Mr. David Hunter with his 48 scale Revell Typhoon Eurofighter. Mr. Chris Stover with his Trumpeter 24 scale JU87 D5 Stuka. Wolfgang Vith with his 24 scale Airshima Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4. Mr. Rick Normansell with his 72nd scale Super Tomcat 14D. Mr. John Stone with his Hobby Boss 35th scale IDF Puma. I like that a lot. Mr. Patrick Kennedy with his Revival 120th scale 1936 Auto Union Tipo C. I like that a lot as well. Mr. Michael Benjamin Mitchell with his Dragon 35th scale Pack 40. Mr. Simon Shorey with his Tamiya 24 scale Scooby WRC 99. Mr. Paul Bertland with his Rifle Models 35th scale Challenger 2. Mr. Clinton Eels with his AFV Club tracked cargo carrier. Mr. Kieran Ryan with his Hasegawa 24 scale Toyota Sleeker WRC, reboxed, obviously. Mr. Dan Edmonds with his 24 scale Fujimi Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. And Mr. Jeff Light with his tracks for his Tamiya 35th scale Chieftain.
And as Dan has finished, voting stops now. Thank you.
I will just say my vote is going to Mr. Pat Kennedy. Just FYI.
Oh,
hang on.
I
was going to say hang on until Tim catches up.
No, I'm fine. I'm actually bang on to go.
I'll go.
All right. Sorry.
I'll go for Simon Shorey's Subaru.
I'll go for John Stone's Puma.
Okay.
Do you know it was a tough choice between John Stone and Pat's aluminium metal masterpiece.
Anyone else?
I've got 4 winners, but I agree with Paul only because I saw the work Simon put in.
Yeah, put all into.
Yeah,
we did put a lot into that kit.
I'll go with Pat's.
Yeah, Pat's. Yeah.
I'm going to go for Sharpie's Panther because it's out there and it's well done.
Good call.
Good call, Al.
That's all of us, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, well, Norm, you did the vote there and actually caused the made the second and third there place. Well done. Okay, cool. So that was really quite close between the top three, actually, pretty much the whole way through on the voting, and I had a good lot of votes there. So thank you, people. We've got in third place Baps Merc.
Oh yeah.
300 SL. In second place is Pat's 360 1936 Union F1 car. And then in front is John Stone's Puma.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew
Well
that
done,
one.
John.
Very well done. Very well done.
Message me, John. You know the email. I'll sort that out for you. Well done.
I'm going to press that button.
Chunk
Oh,
was
pressing
just
button.
out in the voting,
Pressing
but
buttons again.
Oh,
he voted for the Puma, so no change there.
oh, lucky Chunk.
And I counted, well, our votes in was 45.
Wow.
Ooh.
We are pretty much bang on the same for the amount of votes.
We've got 122 watching. That's pretty cool.
We're always pretty much getting about 45 people voting. I'm
Yeah.
glad we're still getting the same people voting. It was nice to get some more.
Consistency is nice, but yeah,
I definitely like to up the amount of vote. Although it's more work for us, work for me to count them, and still prefer to have more votes come through.
yeah. I shall be back in one moment. I must go say bye to the wife.
Grab a quick Coke.
You're not getting the patio fitted, are you, Dan?
And there we go. Nice one, Dan. Nice one, everybody else.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
Good builds there, and there's some tough choices.
Very good.
Top three. Wow.
Yeah, very, very good as usual.
There's a lot of talent out there, people.
Oh,
Lots.
yes.
Yeah, thank you for that, Luke.
You're welcome, Noel.
Do you want to do questions for the crew, Al?
Yeah, I can do it. Find them. Right. Okay. There's a few questions because it was a rollover. First one's from Steve Spencer Beanie 17 Toes. Why do I get blotches when I use Tamiya panel line? Of the minimal amount on the brush, and I just always get blotches.
Blotches?
Yeah, I think what he means is as he touches the panel line, it comes out and
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, it always does. You just need to take
You
it
just
off.
wipe it off when it's dry.
Clean up with Sansador.
Yeah, half the time you don't even need Sansador, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you catch it within, when it's wet, then it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
If not, a moistened cotton bud with Sansador.
I mean, sometimes you will find if you're doing a big, or if it's a big panel line, sometimes you can get a little bit of inconsistency in the color in the actual panel line itself.
Needs a second go over.
And I was just going to say, you need to do it, let it start to dry, and then another go, and that will give you that consistency of the line.
Set of the cars all the time.
Yeah, it's just that capillary action. It sits where it wants to sit, really. And just test and adjust as you go.
Yeah. Okay. Second question is from Daryl Masters saying, when doing a multi-mask color scheme, for example, base color mask, second color mask, third color, etc., any tips apart from praying with peeling all the masks off?
Light to dark.
Yeah, light to dark colors.
Yeah, light to dark.
Don't flood it.
No.
Because you get bleed through or a big step.
As you put your masks on, use a cotton bud to rub it down.
Yeah, burnish all the edges down properly.
Yeah, and one other thing I did when I did my Falcon, I was using enamels, which is slightly different. If you're using I don't know, an enamel paint, and you think, you know, it's not going to look right. Or I did after every coat, just around the areas that I was going to paint, I'd use aqua gloss, you know, in case I did foobar, and then I could at least, you know, recover it. But yeah, just be brave, take your time, and burnish the edges very, very well. And always don't pull directly up, pull at an angle. No pun intended.
I think good quality masking tape is important. So whether that's Tamiya, Azu, and D-tack it before you put it on the model.
Cool. Okay, next question from Rick Norman Cell. He says he's having real issues with dust when spraying. He just purchased a booth, but was wondering if the group had any top tips for keeping it to a minimum and off the drying model.
The dust?
Mm-hmm.
Cover it when you spray it? The box over it?
He's talking about he gets dust on as he does it, which is never a lot of cases.
Just wet when spraying, yeah.
What's he spray? What is it, armor, cars?
Doesn't say.
Oh, that's what I'm spraying. I use one of those with water in it. Before I spray water all around the booth to dampen down any dust that's kind of hanging around inside it. And then once you've finished spraying, like Paul said, put some sort of box or covering over the model until it's dry to stop anything. Because dust is everywhere, isn't it? You can't eliminate dust.
Yeah.
But I spray the booth with water first and then start spraying.
I start spraying the water at about roof height, basically, because as it comes down and settles, it takes any of the it takes any of the dust there, and the further down you get, the more moisture just keeps it there.
Mm-hmm.
When I do use my spray booth, I normally switch on about 3 to 4 minutes before I actually use it. And draw as much of the dust out as possible for the booth.
And Paul will probably know better than most of us, but his spray booth has a roof.
Yeah, put a top over it. It helps a lot.
So
I think it depends on what spray booth you use as well. So for years and years, I used the cheap Chinese off eBay portable booth. It's okay. It is okay, but now I've got the bench vent, and what I've done is the plasticky surround you get with the bench vent, which goes, or the way they tell you to use it is put it at the bottom with the sides up. I've actually turned that round, so I've got it at the top, so you create that natural roof, that natural covering.
Yeah.
And that seems to work pretty well. And obviously, I mean, I was going to say something I shouldn't then, but the suction power on it is very good. I wasn't going to say hose, pipe, and golf ball. I wasn't going to say.
I use a Sparmax and it has a roof, so. But I don't know about the suction power on it.
Oh, there you go. Okay. On to the next question, and Joe Merriman asks, he says, I filled some seam lines with Mr. Surfacer 500, sanded down and sprayed Tamiya XF69 NATO Black as the primer, but you can see the outline of the Mr. Surfacer through the primer. Why does he still see it even though he sanded it down? Thanks a lot.
Probably need to sand it a touch more.
Yeah. And use a primer rather than XF.
Yeah.
So, shameless plug, Ultimate Primer, because it has. I'm right in saying, doesn't it? It does have some micro filling properties.
Oh, it's got massive filling capability.
Yeah, absolutely.
Self-leveling. Yeah, a lot more than Mr. Surfacer.
Yeah, self-level.
So
So it will deal with a multitude of sins, but yeah, make sure you sand it back again, and then use. If you're going to use a primer, use a primer rather than an XF.
Yep.
Another way to do it is to, if you sand it, is to check down the light. Have a light shine like directly down and look along that way. And any lines that are still there, you'll see them. You'll highlight them. And you'll be able to repair them before you actually prime them.
Yeah, if you go onto eBay, or I haven't got one to hand, but it's what we use at work, a pen torch.
Yep.
You get them for pence on eBay, and just shine that across, and that will show you where you need to sand that a little bit more just to get that flat surface, because it will create a shadow, and you can get really close into whatever you do.
Yep. Okay. Next question is from Daniel Masters. It's a masking question for the team, seeing as Dan Scattergood put a conundrum on him with the panel painting on the Millennium Falcon versus decals. So should I varnish first and then mask? Yes or no? And generally, when you have lumpy bits on your model, how do you deal with the natural gaps under the mask?
What I'd do, I'd paint, then I'd do a light coat of aquagloss, and then I would just mask very bravely and burnish lots. And then, or if you can always spray the details, they always look better than a decal, maybe, depending on the model. Them Bandai ones, definitely, because them decals are stupid. They're like a sticker, but water slide.
Yeah.
I would, if you've got many colours to do, I would, like I said earlier, I would aquagloss, do the colour, aquagloss around the next colour where you're going to be, and then you've always got that opportunity. If you do foobar it, you've got some backpedaling that you can actually do and recover from said foobar.
Yeah. On the Prowler here, behind here, you've got the walkways. I've got decals for for that, but I always spray them on because it looks far better. Far better.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, and I think Gil is a big advocate of clear coating after every stage before he masks or before he does anything else. He clear coats it and seals in what is all done.
It gives that barrier of the paint that you've just done, but it also gives you the backup
and he seals it
if you do foobar.
Yeah.
So it's just belt.
For the lumpy and
it's what's known in the trade as belt and braces.
Lumpy and bumpy bits, I use this stuff, which is steady.
Yeah.
That is good stuff.
Hands of putty. So you can use a little bit of it over whatever contour you've got, and then mask over it.
I was going to say what I did. I used blue tack. Well, it'd be white tack back then because it was about a year ago that I painted my Falcon and still not finished it. But yeah, I used a multitude of that and masking. So mask where you can, white tack, and then just try and mask as best you can over the top of that.
Yeah. And you can mask over this stuff. I've had this stuff for about 4 years. It's reusable. I've never had an issue. It self-levels in the tin.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I use the same stuff, but you've got to roll it really thin or flatten it down because it does actually settle and spread. So you can't spend 2 or 3 days laying it down.
No,
and then
do it and paint.
Yeah, paint it right away. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, another question from Dan. It's a UMP question to Paul. He's asking, is it possible to give us some non-harmful insights into some of the UMP product process? For instance, maybe the process for refining your polish wax system, or products for testing, trying out market research of what the competition is doing. Do you sniff their stalls at model shows, for instance? And that's a good idea, but poorly implemented. But anyway, yeah. So
right. Okay. I don't care what our competitors are doing. Never do. I will, or we will, always try and find the best that we can. That's what me and Lee always said. Ultimate. Always find the ultimate we can. Testing, just a lot of research. Like the decal solutions, they're all mine. I found everything on, well, not everything. Lee did the research on some of the chemicals and that. But I did all the ratios and the testing and what have you. And, well, it can take a while, and then send some stuff out to people to trust, which is mainly these guys, for opinions. Yeah. And test it for a while. We never really say anything about being tested for at least a few months. But yeah, no, I'm never bothered about what everybody else is doing. Never am. I'll just look for the best I can find, test a few things, and go from there. Yeah, everything's just fully tested, and that's it, really.
Well, I think it's safe to say, though, Paul, that you do have quite a good chemistry background, and the stuff that you do make from scratch is tested by yourself first, mixed well, and then sent.
We're always accused like the washers being copies of somebody else's. Well, there can only be a copy of what was in somebody else's, and I don't. So I don't know how that works. But anyway.
What, you mean to tell me you've not got a big, massive lab on your back garden to test products?
No. So it's a case of thinking of it logically. Well, it's a clay-based wash, so what's in there? Will it be clay? Obviously. So finding a viable use of that. And then, obviously, it's going to need a colorant in there, so it's a pigment. And then a solution to hold it in. And then it's figuring out all the ratios. And you all know some of these are dark dirt, like Mark 15 now, I think.
Oh, I think I've got 3 different variants of that. I think I've got 3 different sands. I have 2 different muds, I do believe.
Yeah, it's been tweaked over the years. It's just we see an issue or something, because, supplies change as well. And we have to alter stuff. I mean, the airbrush cleaners change colour about 4 times over the years. It changed recently, but I don't think anybody noticed. Because obviously supplies of things change. Screen wash, as it allegedly is. That's some screen wash. That I wish my screen wash clean my windows as good as that stuff does.
Oh yeah.
You'd have no if it was, you'd have no window rubber left. I was just tweaking it. The decal solutions, literally, that was trial by fire. And if anyone remembers the first time I tested the extra strong, it literally just it burnt right through the decal and took the paint off. I was like, oh, yeah.
Bit strong then.
That's a bit strong. We need to dilute that a bit more.
Oopsie.
Because in my drawer, I have an even stronger extra strong.
Ooh.
That I tested, and it would have been people would have ruined their models with it because. Yeah. Well, we had somebody the other day going straight to an extra strong and wrecking a decal and kind of.
That made me quite angry that particular afternoon.
Yeah, well, I managed to defend myself for about 5 minutes before I got thrown off.
Yes.
I think it was an aggressive round, but anyway, things like the polishes and the waxes that took quite a while to find something that was an improvement over what I already had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a compressor kickoff. And I think it's really good, very good. And the next one out, pigments. Yeah, that you ain't gonna find better than them. Nope. They are ultra fine, ultra high quality.
Or top drawers is known in the trade.
Yeah, always. That's the way I do it. So yeah, that's it. I never pay attention to what other people are doing. Mainly do laugh when people try and copy us with some stuff because there's a few copies of some of our stuff at the minute, mainly 3D printed, but anyway, we won't get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I don't care what other people are doing. That's up to them. Not bothered. The modular stuff Lee came up with, that's all Lee's thing, that one. And that's fantastic as well.
I'm going to say he had a whisper in my shell like at Telford it were either last year or year before that they were doing something, and then I was just about to buy the hobby whatever it is, that wooden stuff, and yeah, I'm so glad I waited.
Yeah.
Because that just takes up all your bench.
Yeah.
I mean, then as for testing, the likes of the decal solution, that wasn't just sent out and everybody went, "Oh yeah, it works fine." That was 3 months in testing.
At least 3 months with the decal solution.
Rigorous testing.
In fact, I think it was longer. I think it was longer now. I think it was about 4 or 5 months.
Didn't that test on 20-year-old decals and everything?
Yeah, we had a test on everything. Everything.
Every sort of decals were used.
Yeah. Several people, not just me, and I've used them on everything. Everything.
Last time I deckled.
And yeah, that's it really.
You did the escort with stuff, didn't you? And the box decals, do you remember? Cosy?
Yes, I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to remember. Yeah, because I did them in the video as well, using the same ones. That's right. I did. Yeah, that's how.
Good, okay. Goody. And this is the question from Gary Cotty that was in the chat earlier on. He's saying he's asking Luke in particular, do you know the correct colours for a Matilda 2 desert camo scheme?
Well, the correct colours, I'm not sure. The colours I used were all XF, and they were, so I sprayed the blue first, which was XF23.
Get your Matilda out. Have you got one of them in you?
Yeah.
Easier.
That wasn't a euphemism, was it, Norm?
No. Wasn't there a request either? Wasn't there a request either?
So obviously this has been quite heavily weathered, but the scheme you can pretty much make out. I think this was at Telford last year or the year before. So I used XF23 for the light blue, which I sprayed first. So I sprayed the whole thing light blue. Then used the desert yellow, which is XF59. So mask the blue off, spray the desert yellow on it. So again, going from light to dark, as we were talking about earlier. And then the green was XF70 dark green 2, which was the nearest I could find to that scheme. Yeah, and it looks like it's supposed to look, really. So yeah, that's it. So again, light to dark. Start with the blue, then the desert yellow, then the green, because the green's quite a dark green.
Yeah, and again, I'll
over UMP grey primer rather than black, because you're spraying some quite light colours on there. So go with the grey, not black.
And then again, I'd point Gary towards find a picture of one.
Yeah.
And go with that.
Yeah, I can't remember now. I mean, I built that about 3 years ago. I can't remember what the call outs were on the instructions, but it was the typical Tamir, mix this with that Eye of Newt, stand on one leg, spin around twice. So yeah, so they were the colours I went with, and it looks like it's supposed to look. So yeah, lovely.
I think Gunsy do a counter scheme set, didn't they?
They probably do, mate. They probably do.
I can't remember if it was AK or Gunsy do the Mr. Hobby do one. I can't which one they.
Yeah, they probably do. But yeah, that's what I used.
Oh, nice one.
Okay. Another question here from Jeff Light, probably for Luke. He said he'd like to complete this chieftain in the markings of one of the regiments that was assigned to the BAOR during the 70s, 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Says, however, he's struggling to find any decals for it. Any suggestions?
So BAOR, fairly generic. unit markings. Bear in mind, there was a lot of armor in Germany during that time. A
Yeah.
lot of armor, because we were waiting for the Russians to come across the border with massive armored divisions. And so decals wise, as long as you've got the Union flag, as long as you've got some numerals and BOAR, generally their numerals and their unit markings were in white. So they'd be on the what's known as the Mickey Mouse camouflage scheme, which is NATO black, NATO green, with that kind of bubble camo effect on it. Numerals were all in white, unit markings were all in white. So you could probably, I think you'll struggle to find an actual decal set, but as long as you've got Union flags and all your markings are in white, the only thing that they used to do, so on the side skirts of the chieftain, where they had the squadron markings, is the numerals would be white, but they would be on a black background. So even if they were putting them where the green was, they would put like a black rectangle, and then they would put the numerals onto the black background, but the numerals would be in white.
Proper old school number
Show
plates.
you.
That's right. Yeah, got you.
So this is a
Weird.
chieftain.
It's like Luke's been in services, isn't it?
It's weird, isn't it? So you can see the markings there. So although they're going over the green, they put them on this black background. So they do the black rectangle and then the white numerals. And other than that, as long as you've got the Union flag, then really that's it. They were very basic. There weren't a lot of markings on these vehicles at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did that show up through night sights? Those numbers and through your night vision?
Yeah.
Did those numbers show up?
No.
No, still just blanked out.
They were essentially painted in IR resistant paint.
Oh, okay.
The same as the hull.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have a heat signature through an IR. It was just the scheme they went for. And not only BAOR, so the Americans did the same thing. As it was, the West German army did the same thing. It was just the scheme they went for with the white. Yeah, so dead easy to achieve. Regardless, you don't need to go out and get a decal set for that period. You can do that with generic markings because they were, done in field, really simple. That's it.
Nice one.
Okay, and I've got one final question from myself.
Oh, cheating.
Yeah, I haven't written it down. Well, anyway.
Flora. Flora.
If I was, Flora. Yeah, it's
ecumenical.
Yeah. If I was doing a London omnibus and wanted to do some a kind of dio around it, where would I go for dio type street type materials in the UK?
I would.
Hang on, what scale is that bus for a start?
Yes.
It is
same as Tim's one.
Fields of Glory, Hannons, Hysterex. Where else, Tim?
Mini art themselves.
Mini art themselves. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they got loads. But you'll get them from anywhere, really, won't you?
See, during World War One, the clothes are changing from the Victorian wear to what we'd class as like the World War II era. So you did see a lot of the Victorian style women in dresses. So it's that bit of a changeover period. But I haven't seen a huge amount of World War One era figures.
You get pigeons.
You can get pigeons. Yeah, pigeons are useful. Lots and lots of pigeons.
Just fill it with pigeons, basically.
If you wait around, Mini Art will come out with more figures. They will. If not, Fog, Hysterex.
Reality and Scale again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Every
there's a lot of figure companies out
probably-
there.
Yeah.
You have to be painful and go through Hysterex site. It'll be painful, but there'll be some
Okay.
there.
Oh, very painful.
Yeah.
eBay as well. You find stuff on eBay.
Watch out for them being recast. So if it's anywhere outside the UK, they're pretty much always recast. Always will be.
Okay.
So,
Um,
if you find something on eBay and
Sorry,
it's from the Far East, and you're like, I like that figure, then try and find out who actually originally, because you'll find there'll be no brand on there. Try and find out which company originally did that figure, and then try and buy the original castings, so you can at least put money back towards the people that actually make these properly, not just
okay.
There is another question in the chat, Al, from Claire.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, you just go for it.
So, she's saying she may start the Tamiya 48 scale Abrams next. Should she prime it in grey or black?
I did black on mine.
I primed mine in the sand color, the yellow.
I prime black so you can get your shading a bit using your paint.
I was just about to say exactly that. It depends what you want to go for on your final paint finish.
So the thing with American and British desert yellow, the modern stuff. So what you'll see, if you look at reference pictures, during the first Gulf War, it was a lot darker than it has been in recent times. So Optelic, Enduring Freedom, and all the more modern stuff is much more yellow. So, so like this, which is the Husky that I'm building, it is very much yellow. They got lighter as the years went on. So if you're doing an Abrams from earlier, then I would prime it in black, because like Paul said, that gives you so much to play with shading, and it gives you that really good base. If you're doing a later one, then go grey, because you'll naturally get that lighter finish.
Depends on the paint you're using as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Depends on what colour desert yellow you're using. Yeah. I mean, the most accurate one I've found so far is the Mission Models one. That's the most, or the closest. But bearing in mind, a lot of these vehicles were painted really quick, so there's a lot of variation in the desert yellow, because they were being deployed, so they were painting them en masse. So it's not always the same paint on every single desert yellow vehicle.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of variation. If I was doing the Abrams, I've got one up there, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Yeah, I'd go black. I'd go black primer.
Cool, nice one, Luke.
Cool, and that's it for the questions.
Excellent.
Nice one, Al.
Nice one, fellas. So just Tim's section to do, and we're all done. We're starting to lose viewers, sadly. We're dropping down. We're at 105 watching now. There's a few people leaving out the chat.
Oops.
I used the LP30 colour. I thought it looked all right myself.
Yeah, it's a good colour, that.
Yeah,
Colour.
quite decent colour. You can lighten and darken it to your own touch as well. Oh, Claire's going to do some spoons. Good idea.
Do some spoons. Good idea.
Tim!
No, leave it.
Tim! We need a Timothy.
Come in, Orson.
Come in, Tim.
Come in, number 4. Your time is up.
He's probably gone for some more Coca-Cola.
I could kill one out.
Oh, God.
Well, there's Gary in the chat saying Peddinghaus decals in Germany did some BAOR decals in various scales that could be used with the 70s, 80s vintage Chieftain. So there you go.
Has Luke gone as well, is he? Wanted to say something, didn't he?
I believe so. Oh, there's cat.
Oh,
Kitten.
there's a cat gone by.
See that then, yeah? Like
Yeah.
grease lightning.
Made a break for freedom earlier there.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck on, is everybody else stuck on Tim, are they?
Yeah, I
No.
am as well. Yeah.
No, I've gone back to grid view and the
Yeah.
thing, but I was stuck on Tim till I did that.
Ah, yeah, it's because he's pinned.
How do you do that?
I've done it. There you go. Good for you.
Ah,
There
that's
you
it.
go. Yeah, that's it.
It's a nice tidy bench.
Where mine?
Tim,
No.
Oh, Paul's. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're just tidy
You're-
too.
are you
Nice
ready to
tidy
see your
bench.
bit?
Yeah, can do.
Go on then, mate. Whip it out.
Oh.
You got many?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you just lose someone.
No.
Wow, changed.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Al.
it moves around
it
weirdly.
does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, no, it's because Al's probably turned his
I think,
video off.
yeah, I'm going to say when Al turns
Ah,
it,
yeah.
he'll come back and he'll be in a different location.
Yeah, I see now, yeah. Oh, look at this, Tim. We don't know. They were spoilt.
Oh,
Look
spoiled.
at
That
that.
is a
Full screen.
Oh my
full
good
screen.
grief.
No more little boxes down the bottom.
Oh,
Oh,
what a mark.
Fantastic. Look at
no
that.
dodgy pictures.
Look, man.
I can't wait to see it on YouTube. Let's see when it flicks over on YouTube. Oh, it's going to be
Although
good.
I would have used the capital P, Tim.
Yeah,
Did
me
you?
too.
Well, I know how pedantic.
Do you
Paul
really
is
need
about
that
it,
apostrophe? Does he really need that apostrophe?
Absolutely not.
Definitely. They're peoples.
No.
Yeah, but the apostrophe denotes people is rather than peoples as in the collective adjective.
Yeah, people is.
I sound like someone we used to know. I'm going to shut up.
It surely should be. It will be good evening, people, wouldn't it?
It would.
Tonight's show is brought to you by the letter P and the number 7.
And the grammar Nazis.
Anyway, moving on from the grammar Nazis. So Dragon have announced they're going to be bringing out their 148th
Ooh, a
NASA
NASA.
launch tower
Ooh.
soon.
Oh, the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
The size of it though,
What
420.
scale? Oh, 48. Holy damn.
Yeah, it's big still.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's full size.
Wow.
That's redonkulous.
That's cool.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm going with redonkulous. I like that sound.
I tell you what's ridiculous, the idea of that bloody plane.
Oh,
Right, we're going to launch it up. You get one shot, and then you're on your own.
I don't know how you're going to land.
I don't know if there's any landing in that thing.
No, I think it's bailing out halfway down.
Not, isn't it?
You get PE as well. That's quite cool, isn't it? Is this new?
Very cool. Very cool
Is it
little
new?
display piece, but it's big.
No, it's been out a while. The Dragon kit. It's been a fair
I've never seen that tower before.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah, it's been out. It's just not one that's ever sort of like the tower one was always a bit harder to get hold of. Yeah, I've seen a Natter on its own, but I don't think I've ever seen it with a full tower.
It come with like a telegraph pole, didn't it? Where
I like it.
Very cool. Not seeing any prices for it yet, but
I think it's going to be cheap. I think it's going to be cheap.
Dragon are bringing out the N with a partial interior, so you don't get a full interior, but you get turret and fighting compartment on there, which is quite nice. You get the Neo tracks. Not sure what Neo tracks are, but it's like Lincoln length tracks. Okay. Okay, all right, fair enough. They've got rid of their DS tracks, obviously weren't very good. It'll probably cost you about 80 quid, 90 odd quid. I haven't seen. Oh, okay. I've been spotlighted. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's because on YouTube, you're actually, whoever's talking, showing on the screen, the top right.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it made more sense to have you rather than everybody else.
That'd be a good idea. Hello. Yeah, it's good looking kit. It's just not going to be cheap, unfortunately.
No, you pay 80 quid for a kit that's how many years old?
Oh,
well, I wonder how much of it is actually new kit and old kit, because the old kits would not have had any idea for having interior to them.
So that's interior. That's a dragon interior kit.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's gonna be an arm and a leg.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be expensive. I don't know. I wonder how much of it's actually new.
I would not.
Some of it's got to be old.
Not be surprised if that's 100 quid kit.
Oh yeah, I'd easily imagine that.
So that's a Panzer 4 from 3 from Dragon, or you could get Border models, new one.
Yeah, coming out soon.
For more than half the price, probably.
I'll get what you get in a kit is very good. I just don't think they're worth the full amount that they're charging for it.
If you were going to do it, I don't know the right term for it. You know where you can do these like exploded hull
cutaways.
Yeah.
Well, not a cutaway. You know where you do it in stages.
Oh
So
yeah.
Then potentially that's worth it because you've got the interior. But if you're going to get that kit and just build it as is, then go with the border models because half of the stuff you're paying for, you're never ever gonna see. So,
and you'll be able to understand the instructions.
Yeah, I was about to say the instructions are never good on their kits. So interesting. It's gonna be. It would be nice, but just too expensive.
Nice box art though.
Yeah, very nice box art. So from Dragon, we've got a load of other little bits coming out in 1/72 scale, which is gonna be interesting. So you got the Houston. We've had a problem. Oh no, I've always thought it's Houston. We have a problem.
That's post tense.
Yeah, but I've never heard it as.
I'm being facetious, Tim.
You know,
I don't know. I don't see what it's got to do with camping, to be honest. I can't see what it's got to do with camping. What Luke's on about?
No, not for sure.
Why do you need post tent?
No.
But I've never heard it as Houston. We've had a problem.
Well, that and they never actually said that.
Well, maybe it's as Luke said because it's after it happened.
Yeah, we've had a problem and now we need to know how to fix it.
Present, past.
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you get it as before it went bang and after it went bang. In theory.
Oh, okay. So, gotta make head to tail what's on the box.
Yeah. So you get the two. You get Odyssey and Aquarius, and a little display base, and you can have it with the panel showing or not showing that which is the bit that blew up and went all wrong for them.
But they look the same.
Yeah, they do. It literally is just a little panel taken off.
Wow.
The bit that pops off when it went bang.
Okay, they're
just build it, set fire to it in your kitchen. That'll be it after the explosion.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Not going into any of that. Then you got the Saturn 1B rocket Skylab. That's going to be enormous in 172.
Oh my god, it's a meter tall.
High.
Wow. That's nearly a foot.
Wow.
Oh.
About that.
Oh, you're laughing at 30%. Sorry. Yeah, working that out. Right, 12 yards. Sorry.
And then you've got retrieving the Apollo, which I think is really cool. Which is Kilo 66, and you get the little life buoy as well, which is cool. Little
there you go.
It's a real shame they've not done that in 48.
Yeah,
because with that Hassie Seeking kit, that would be really nice.
This is all Dragon again.
Yeah, it's all Dragon.
These are quite unusual releases for them, aren't they?
Well, do you know what's quite unusual for them? They haven't done any Star Wars yet.
Hasn't it been an anniversary of NASA?
Yes.
Recently?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah. Maybe it's that one. That looks good, though. It's got the rotor curve in it and everything, hasn't it?
Yeah. I want to know what's happening with Star Wars.
Why?
Because why haven't they released all the Star Wars kits?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
Didn't it?
That was years ago, wasn't it? That AT-AT, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't happening, is it?
No.
Well, they never got the license, did they? Revel and
selling all this.
I suspect it comes down to a financial thing.
Yeah.
When they want to pay what Disney wanted. Disney wanted buku cash.
Hurry up, Tim.
Sorry, they're pouring a
Oh,
drink.
look at that. That's cool.
Tacom's 1/16 scale Ulster B, and you can get the two versions. One comes with a Hasegawa 1/16 figure.
Is that the only difference, the figure?
Yep, that's it.
Fantastic. I know. Oh, I see, yeah.
That's got John Stone's name all over it.
Oh yeah.
Nice, little Panzer one. Nice.
I'd rather have a Panzer 2.
Hey?
I'd rather have a Panzer 2.
Yeah, Panzer 2s are nice. So these are a little bit too early to still remind you of the tractor.
Still cool, though.
Yeah, very nice.
Thing is, how much is that going to be? Oh, look at that.
That will probably still be at least 100 quid. So we don't see many of these, but the from Model Factory Hero, you can buy just the engine kit. You can just buy from them these kits. So they were doing a restock and resell of a lot of their ones, and this is why they're 250 GTO engine.
What's that going to be?
Now, I will say that what you see in that picture is very different to what you get in the box. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to turn it into what you see there. It's a resin, usually it'll be a main resin block, and all the little details will be white metal, and they need a lot of looking after and polishing and cleaning to make them look as good as that. That will be all kit. It's just it takes a lot of effort.
12 scale. That'll be costly.
They're about. Trying to remember. I think they need about £200 for that. They're not cheap. But a full GTO kit is nearly 500 and something or 600. So they're not cheap. Do look nice. Also coming from them, they're doing the 750 Imola Racer 1972 bike.
It's cool.
Not totally fond of these earlier ones, but they are quite cool.
I like the early bikes.
Very Mad Max, that. Isn't it, that era?
Yep.
From Tacom, we've got a 172 Krupp Roma and the other little one. Just random letters and numbers, that one, isn't it?
Horrible.
617.
Norman built that, didn't he?
Aye, yeah, I've got that one. I got the 35th scale one, yes.
Yeah.
I like the little thing. The little thing's cool. The big one,
Were they actually ever used?
Yes, they were, yes.
One of each, I think, was made.
I
think we're working out. I think the Americans have got the big one, wasn't it?
Americans took the big one.
Kabinka's got the little one.
Yeah.
But they just look like big problems waiting to break down.
And what were they, Norm? Were they like mine clearing?
Mine rollers. They're meant to clear like paths along the mine trails and all that. Minefields, just for the tanks and all that to go through.
Yeah.
And they just basically, the big one like drove forward because it was two-way. Then it diverted slightly with a slight turn on it, and it went back the other way. Then they just kept rolling backwards and forwards, up and down the minefield. The littler one, the two front wheels, the back wheel is a lot thicker. So it covered the gap in between the two at the front wheels. So they just drove straight over.
Right.
Difference?
Trouble was, in soft ground, they just stuck there and they never went anywhere.
Yeah, they just got stuck everywhere they went.
It went bloop. That was it. Now I'm not going anywhere, mate.
How'd they go?
Bloop.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. So from a company called Jetmad, never heard of this company before. Some cool looking stuff. They're planning to do a 132 Saab Viggen.
Oh, and a starter.
You go, Al.
There you go. I'll have one of them.
And a 132 Stiletto, and the Stiletto is such a cool plane. It'd be quite big in 132. It's a very long aircraft. Interesting to see. I don't know if they're coming in resin or plastic. I can't remember what they're meant to be made in. Apparently there's something else they're planning to release, but they've had so much interest in the Viggen that they're looking to push the Viggen forward as their first release now.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad idea because that will sell, like we were said on the 132 Buccaneer, they will sell like, as soon as you make them, they'll be sold. So many people want them, but they never seem to get made. So maybe it's another one of those companies that plans massive things and never happens, or in a year's time we'll see it. Only time will tell. Either or, they look nice. The AFE Club U148 for U2C Dragon Lady early late model is available. You can get it from Vectors Models, £67, €75, $83 on that.
Some bird.
The other version, the early version, which is silver and red version the other day, about 50.
Is that their base kit or is it the Interlary kit?
That's theirs. It's all brand new tooling, all theirs.
Wow.
I'm very tempted with it. I do like the Dragon Lady. It's a really
Yeah.
very cool, very odd. Now, Lithograph released their Dragon Rapide a little while ago, and they're now going to be doing the Scottish Airways version. So
there you go.
As the Scottish Airways. I must say, the kit looks fantastic, and its moulding's very nice, really nice. Really nice. All resin. Not the cheapest, but very nice looking bit of model.
How much is that, Tim?
I forgot to check. I think they're about 250 quid.
Jeff Cullen just reviewed that.
Eh?
Has Jeff Cullen just reviewed that?
I think he's reviewed the silver version. I think I did see him do it. But their stuff is proper top quality resin. It's just as good as a real good plastic kit is, but made of resin. It comes taped together so you can see that it will fit and stuff like that. It's really very well produced stuff. It does look a cool plane. This is a bit of an odd one to come see from Gas Patch. They're doing the ME163 Comet 148 scale.
That's nice.
Wasn't expected to see them do something like that. They've usually been mostly World War I their stuff, so that's interesting to see.
Cool.
Wonder if it shows some interior detail. I wonder if it's better than the Meng for fit wise for that area. So I remember you building you did the 32nd one, didn't you, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That was nice.
The Meng one.
Yeah, cool little plane that. Aoshima bring out the Rusty S13 Sylvia.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
And some big body kits on it. That's quite cool. We've got some figures coming out from this company's called Paracel Miniatures.
Yeah.
And they've got they're doing a lot of range that's from the conflicts, which you don't see a lot of figures for. So they've got a lot of Vietnam figures, and they've got a lot of figures for Middle Eastern, Far Eastern conflicts, Syria, stuff like that, which is quite cool and quite different.
Nice figures.
Some good looking stuff on there. You can see they've got some quite interesting Modern War series. So if you've got stuff for Syria armored tanks and actually want some figures to go on them, these are a pretty good idea. That sort of conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy them all as individual figures or as big bundles as well. As we might have said, border models are going to be doing the Offs H early mid production, and this one you get some figures with it. You get 4 figures.
That's cool.
4 gigolos. Scale 75 have done a 172 Craig's Marine Crew. You get 5 figures in there, £18, €20, $23 direct from them.
Oh my god. 70-second scale. Look at the standard of those painted those figures at 70-second scale.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really good. It's very impressive paintwork to get them looking like that.
Pretty much guarantee mine would not look like that.
They would not look like
mine definitely wouldn't.
You've got to remember, they're the same scale as those little bendy ones that you used to have on the carpet that you used to stand on and they didn't snap in half.
Oh, God, yeah.
They're the same scale as them.
Scale, yeah.
Absolutely miniature.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be any problem to me because it'd be still in the box.
That's mine as well.
From Das Works, they're going to be bringing out a Stug 3 with Zimmerit. So this is a Dragon Rebox with their own versions of it. So you get 2 versions. You get the short barrel or the long barrel. It'll be interesting to see what sort of price this comes in at. Whether it's going to undercut the Dragon offering, and are the instructions going to be any better? We shall see. If they manage to undercut the current Dragon prices, that'll be interesting to see what happens. Great looking tank anyway.
Oh wow!
Hannah's got the Dragon's 1144 B1B Lancer. Such a good looking plane.
I'm not big at it being even in 1/144th.
I think it'd be a sensible size. You could build it.
In 44th, that's going to be about what? 30 centimeters long, maybe?
About a meter, yeah.
About a foot. Yeah.
Lovely aircraft.
Yeah, Allen's £27, €30, $34 on that.
Lovely.
If you like to build stuff just a bit different, True Details have got a 1/10 scale SJU 7 ejection seat you can buy. All resin, all little dinky little parts. £36, €40, $45 for that.
Nice detail.
Yeah, it's something quite interesting to do. Rodens have got their 132 PT13 Stearman available. £160, £67, $75. That's not cheap. It's all plastic. Hope it's decent and fits together.
Yeah, a classic, though.
Yeah. Now, what is interesting is Edward have started to release some of their decal sheets as separate ones you can buy.
That's because they had them for that the sets that they had with the
Lightnings, didn't they?
Yeah, the Academy kits.
Yeah. But they've also, I've seen them also releasing some of the Mustang ones as separates and stuff like that, which is not a bad idea.
Makes sense too, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've got them. If you've got them sitting there, you might as well do something with them. Now these days made in the Czech Republic, because they did have some that used to be made by Cartograph, didn't they? But I think this is Edward's own, I think these are Edward's own decal sets, but it's still classed as good. So it gives you a few different options for your F and G on your P38. And to be honest, £11.30 for a decal sheet's pretty good going.
Yeah, it's good.
And you get the stars and bars and the markings, which is not bad at all. And you get Bat Out of Hell, and Bat Out of Hell is quite a cool one. I like that one. Yeah, £11.30, €12.30, $14. Quite cool, like that. Now the top one there with the shark mouth with the blue tips is the same as the kit option, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. So Tunisia, yeah, New Guinea, Sardinia, Guinea. Yeah, nice. This one's quite cool. Rodens 1144 Focke-Wulf FW200. Oh, that's a cool looking plane.
Cool.
And he's got one of those anti-shipping.
Guided missiles.
It's a flying bomb, isn't it? Flying radio controlled bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E-models £25, €28, $31 on that. Love the plane. Great looking plane. Edwards 148 Royal Class Mustang is out and available as well. So you get the usual 2 kits in there. You get some photo X, you get some resin, you get a PSP base plates. PSP is correct, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Little mounting plate and loads of extra deco options in there as well. Emerald £62, €69, $77. That one.
Cheaper Royal Class, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not bad. They're getting quite there. Because they haven't got loads of all this elaborate additionals. They're just chucking in all of the little bits of extras and giving you a decent decal sheet, which is a better idea. You don't need parts of a real plane, do you? Another one from Edwards is there'll be Focke-Wulf 109 A6. Great box.
Lovely box art, isn't it?
You know, they do. And the good is, all their box arts you can buy direct from their website. They pretty much do all their box art now as prints. You can buy them all. Emails £25 for this, €28, $31. Yeah, very nice. Kinetics 148 Fuga, Manchester Austrian Air Force variant. This one out and available. Emails £27, €30, $34. I don't know what that. As far as I know, I thought that one's quite good, but I'm not 100% sure.
Strange looking thing.
Yeah, good little, strange little trainer. Explained him. Copper State's Newport, 22.
3.
Oh yeah, I've written 2 up there, but it's 3 down there. Email £68, €76, $85 on that. Good kits out of the box. Ming Models have got some of their what was it called?
So weird.
That film that came out they released.
I quite like that though.
Was it
Good.
Earth something?
Bambi.
Hey?
Something Earth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like Wandering Earth. That was it.
Something like
Wandering Earth. Yeah, what a weird idea that film that was. So this is their tune. It's like a tune version of the cargo truck, iron ore truck. Emails £31.50, €36, $40 on that. Yeah, it could be something quite interesting. Or you can buy the navigation platform, which is quite cool. Emails £72, €80, $90 for that one. That's expensive. Or you can go for one of these ones, which is the full size cargo transport with 1/100th scale.
That price.
Kia, email £108. That's nuts. €120, $135. It can't be that big. It can't be that big. And I can't understand the price of them. Man, they must have only ordered a couple of these in because well, this spot was just really cool. From Good Smile Company. Now they do a lot of Transformer type figures.
Top right one's cool.
Yeah, isn't it? These are 1/35 scale, so they're a little bit bigger than a normal figure. So you got the multi-purpose exo frame, and then you got Moderoid Outcast Brigade exo frame, and then the United States Marine Corps exo frame.
Very aliens.
Yeah.
I can see some of them being used in some very cool looking dios.
Yeah.
The head on the left. The size of the head on.
So what? It's a real shame, isn't it, that these companies don't. It must be a licensing issue. Visit or revisit the Aliens film.
It's Hasbro, isn't it? Hasbro, I imagine.
The 35th scale dropship, do the crane, do the It's a shame they don't do that.
Even the second film, where they've got the director's cut, where they're the terraformers, they call them, are out looking, and they find the ship. When Ripley's with her little brother and her mom and dad, that transporter would be cool. That they're driving. That thing would be really cool if it was done.
I think I tried recording that once and it didn't record, and I was quite upset because I know there's a lot in the director's cut. That
I think it's on Sky, Tim.
Yeah,
you can find it on Sky, mate.
Yeah.
Totally different start, Tim.
Yeah.
Was it?
It's got a few different added bits to it.
Yep.
Nice.
You find out where Newt came from and the family, and
yeah, that'd be nice to see. It's cool looking little figures they are. From Lem Kits, another resin oil company, they're bringing out a 132 Sukhoi Su-9, which is Russia's first jet fighter, which definitely is not an ME-262 reboxed.
No, not at all.
No, that way they wouldn't have got the idea from that at all. But that canopy looks dinky. Couldn't have much view out of there. Looks like it's got some extra rocket pods on the side.
Yeah.
Usual jet engines and a bomb underneath.
Boom.
Very cool. Like I said earlier, Mini Art are releasing the IDF Dozer Blade as a separate bit of kit.
Oh, nice.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, which is good because I've got that Tyran 4 with the interior with no Dozer blades. That'd be nice to add to it. Resi Cast have got a 135 6-inch. That thing is absolutely crazy big. Hysterex, £94, €105, $118.
Wow.
Yeah.
84 quid.
Bit of kit, lots of resin. Just not cheap. From Young Miniatures, 1/10 scale, they've got a Camphor Group Up Officer. That looks so good. Why can't you just buy them pre-painted? And
Wouldn't it be nice if you could?
it'd be so nice to be able to buy them. Just buy that for 50 quid. I'd be buying them all the time.
Yeah.
I just know what it's like when you buy it for 50 quid. That comes in the box. You look at it, and go, oh, it looks really nice.
It's not going to look like that when I finish.
How many eyes has it got? 3. Oh.
Look like it's been in a fire.
Melted. Is the guy from? I'm gonna give up. Hysterex, £50, €56, $63.
Oh.
Still happening. RoboCop, that's it. Yes,
Yeah, RoboCop.
That's it. A company called Callsign doing a 135. They're doing the Australian conversions. So they do a T30 and a T50. There's not a huge difference. There's a little bit difference in price, but they look pretty much the same. It's different turrets, different hatches, and a few little different added stoves at the back. You can get it from Hysterex, £29, 32 euros, $36.
Trunk's name all over it.
Boys, I'm going to have to go because my eyes are starting to close.
See you later, Sam.
Okay, mate.
Good morning, boys.
All
the best. Yeah.
See you later, Sam.
Also from Rifle Walls, they're going to be doing a Panzer IV with a full interior.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I'd rather
like
have
their
that.
box arts. They're a really nice box art.
Yeah.
Not Panzer 3, but I'd rather have that.
Oh, they're doing the sides in clear parts, are they?
Yeah, the shares and
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
the full clear side must be.
That's cool.
Road wheels, dry sprockets, idlers can be turned. High detailed and full structures of artillery.
Doesn't tell you, does
3
it?
types of model brake, 3 types of KROs, 2 types of idlers. Okay, it doesn't tell you which parts actually go to clear. Okay, cool.
Is it going to be frosted like the other ones are?
Some more stuff from Lithograph. They've got the Ansaldo baby coming out. They've got the Sopwith baby. They've got the Sopwith captured plane baby, and they've got the other Sopwith baby over there with just slightly different markings. Very nice looking little kits of those guys.
You had to be brave to land them on water, didn't you?
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that, would you? And that's it. Latest doodle bags.
Nice one, Tim.
Nice one,
Tim. Well,
Nice one, Tim.
Well done, Timmy.
Stop
And there we go. That is us done for the night, really.
Yep.
I would like to say something.
Okay, mate.
Don't you get tissues?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
It's not that sort of video.
Oh.
Yeah.
that really, Tim, you missed that bit, mate.
What again?
So, to the masses, how many we got watching now? About 100.
Currently we have 101.
Yeah, 100. Yeah. So it is anyone that watches my YouTube channel or joins the Hangouts or whatever will know that the last few months haven't been particularly easy for me. Some changes in my personal circumstances, which I don't propose to go into on here. But as a result of that, there's been some financial pressures. So I started to sell off a lot of my stash and everything else. And all the guys in here, as well as some of the guys that are watching, are aware of that. So as much stick as ISM and the guys that are regulars come in for, what happened was beginning of last week, I received a package that, and I know I hadn't ordered anything because I was selling stuff. So I received a package, opened it up, and there was several kits in there. I've received several packages over the last 2 weeks with stuff in it. That essentially what all the guys had done in the Hangouts and everything else is they had a bit of a collection. Unbeknownst to me, I was completely clueless and made myself look a bit of a tit, contacting companies and saying, I haven't ordered this. So why have you sent it to me? But anyway, so the upshot of it is all the guys had a bit of a collection because they knew I was going through a hard time. And I essentially received 9 kits and a book I can't say thank you enough. Not only to the guys in here, but the guys that are watching and the guys that aren't well known through the live shows or the hangouts. It's very humbling, and just thank you to you all. I wanted to say it in a public forum where everyone can see it, and that's what this community is about, and what all these guys are about. They don't do it for thanks, but they need to be told thank you. So thank you to you all for what you do.
You don't need to say thanks at all, mate. You're
No.
that well liked in the group, and I'll tell you how this happened. Originally, when you said about originally selling your stuff, I asked you about the Challenger because I know you had that pre-ordered. In fact, I think you had 2 pre-ordered. And as soon as you started saying that, I think I asked you outright. I said, "Does that mean you can't get the Challenger?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I was gutted. I was like, because I knew how much you wanted that. So it originally started out as let's have a collection and let's buy Luke the Challenger. Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know we were going to get them. So when we did, I was like, excellent, superb. So we thought, okay, we need 50 quid. If we get a bit extra, we'll get some paints. Before we know it, we were only just shy of 400 quid.
Yeah, it's
like, holy crap. And we have more and more people like that aren't regulars in normal circle that have joined us recently, took part as well. So yeah, that's it really. So we had a bit of sly undercover work, figuring out what
looking back, there was some very tactical questioning going on.
There were. And we sat here one night and in our chat and in the hangout when Luke was at work and we knew we were safe, we had a little look through and picked out some kits we thought he might like. Yeah. And we still got on the Challenger as well. He still got the Challenger.
Yeah, still got the Challenger. So what I'll do is, I didn't want to do it this week because it's not stuff I've purchased. It's stuff I've been gifted. But what I'll do next week on the section, you know, what have you bought this week? I'll put those kits in there so that people can see how generous you guys have been, really. So to anyone that isn't in here and watching that contributed to that, thank you so much.
We do it for anyone. We do it for anyone.
That
we like anyway.
No.
Only did it for one reason, so you wouldn't hit with you in the mood.
Hang on, the what?
He wouldn't hit us if he was in a mood.
Oh no.
But yeah, thank you very much, guys. It means more than you probably would.
No thanks needed, mate.
None at all.
None at all. There we go. Yeah. As I said, we've done it before over different things, and I've been a victim as such with a nice D-Day landing boat journey. Tim's laughing there. And Hannah got a beautiful flower arrangement 4 years ago that we just repotted one of the plants the other day. It's still alive in our garden.
Oh, yeah. I'm amazed that's still going strong.
Yeah, the whole thing lasted for like 2 years, and then a couple of winters killed it off.
Yeah,
but there's this one plant that just lived on and on and on. I replanted it last week, and I was like, that's our original one from 4 years ago. When we stormed the beach. It's so funny that. Anyway, yeah. So we've done it before, and we'll do it again. I'm sure, won't we? We will. Because friendship is earned.
Yeah,
it is. Regardless of what people say, it's not a given. You earn friendship and you earn trust.
I think the thing is, we are all friends.
There's a reason for that, though. I can't say the word on air.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You have to be very careful. But we are friends, and to be fair, particularly Paul, Lee, you come in for a lot of stick, but the people that know you know how it really is.
I'm worse than the rumours.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why I jump in here every day, to be honest.
I know. We often say that as well.
No idea. No idea.
We wish you'd go.
But yeah. Massive thanks to all of you. Massive thanks.
I need a tissue.
Yeah.
You're a mess.
I'm going to be sick. So yeah, I look forward to seeing them next week, Luke, because I'd like to see them all together as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there we go.
There we
So
go.
look at that chat before we go.
I thought the best one was the book. I have to say.
Yeah,
That baffled me completely.
Yeah,
sorry,
now got you there.
Kevin in the chat, but he's got a lump in his throat and pants.
Oh dear.
It's the beard that does it for Kev. It must be.
Yeah, gotta be.
Must be.
And there we go. So that's it. Another Friday night show over. Much better than it has been over recent.
Yeah, the quality.
Year. I'm going to say year. We've been struggling off with this for a long time.
Yeah.
And it just shows you.
Perfect.
They're very small outlay. It's not a lot at all. It's well worth it because we use this every day, twice a day.
Yeah.
Off air. So I would like to go live more often through the day. I'm just busy at the minute, catching up on stuff, the orders and that with Hannah. And it's cutting into my modelling time, never mind going live time. But tomorrow I've got a whole day at the bench, but I was going to say sadly, but it's not sadly. At least 2 or 3 hours in the morning, I'm finishing off a video, which you will see tomorrow, which hopefully will be a pleasant surprise for some people. Some people already know what it is. So I've got that to do tomorrow, but I'll be in a hangout with these guys. You want to join us? I'll be in from probably 10, 11 in the morning onwards, depending what time I get out here. I'm doing no post tomorrow. The whole day's mine.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I'll do it on Sunday instead. And yeah, so if you want to come join us, the Off Air Hangout group's there. Join it. The link's put in there now. The links are put there every day now because you're using this and it's a different room every day. And everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. So there we go. So that's us. So we'll see you next Friday. I do plan to go live on Facebook every Saturday morning from now on. It'll go live on my Paul ISM page. It'll be shared to ISM. Be 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, couple of hours, whoever's there with me. And we'll probably do a Facebook one. I'll have a chat with the guys. I'd quite like to do a little bit of a schedule of, the Friday night show and then an impromptu weekday YouTube and a weekend Facebook. I do enjoy going live, but it's just needs concentration and time to put effort into it. Otherwise, it's just a load of waffle like this. Really.
Waffle and swear words.
Waffle and swear words, which we don't want. So yeah, we do plan to do that. So I'll have a chat with these and we'll figure out a day we can go live on YouTube in the mornings and what have you. And we should catch you all next Friday. So thanks everyone who's tuned in, joined, shared their work, commented, voted, give us a thumbs up. Well done to all our winners this week. Make sure you contact me, John. And thanks for these guys for helping out and all the hard work they do in here on a Friday night, helping run the show. So we should catch you all later. I got to remember how to stop this live feed now. It's up there. And, we shall catch you all later.
Bye-bye.
Everyone. Bye-bye.